Welcome. It is West Bromwich Albion versus Sheffield United. I am Hal. I'd now like to bring in good Nick, and then my screen will go a bit smaller, and it'll look like I'm an extra on Jurassic Park.
We did it at the same time.
Oh, we've been working together for far too long. This is the Sheffield United way. And Nick, we've got to say, first of all, hello, Internet. This video is brought to you by Manscaped. We'll get into a little bit about how they're helping us later on, but let's talk team news, my friend.
Shall I bring it up? And I'm going to go the right way. Yes, I went the right way for it. You did it wrong. So here's the team. So should we talk about the elephant in the room?
Do you know, I found out a stat that elephants look at people the way people look at baby puppies. Now, that actually makes it much sadder when you think about poaching. But also, I don't know how anyone knows this. I'm assuming that the person who did this was at one time an elephant. So possibly Glenn Hoddle, maybe.
You've got to think that. You've got to think Glenn Hoddle. I like it.
Maybe.
So the actual elephant in the room, Hal?
It's obviously the goalkeeper. We've gone with Verips instead of Ramsdale. You and I alluded to this happening on our Ben Davis video, and what we have now is Verips in goal. So I wish him well. I think he's a good keeper. I think he's going to do well. This is a big spotlight game for him to go straight in. The elephant in the room that you're referring to, of course, is Aaron Ramsdale going to leave to go to Arsenal? Rumours abound that it is going to be a £28 million deal with add-ons. And if he becomes number one, those will incrementally increase. What do you think?
Is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. There's no getting away from it. Like, the thing is, I've said for years, you can't stop players from kind of trying to progress their career. And let's be honest, last season, the season before, you'd have thought we're on a par with Arsenal. Not the same anymore, is it? And I don't think we've got enough for him. But the problem is that if he wants to go, we can't turn it down. We've got to go for it. Because just think, if we turned it down in 6 months' time, he still wants to go. Arsenal offered us 20 million. Might have to take that. So it's a tough one. But yeah, wish him the best. I hope he does well in his career. I just think it's a really bad move for him because I think that Arsenal fans, one bad mistake, and he has got a mistake in him, more than one mistake in him. He's going to get crucified by the fans. So I hope that's not the case because I really do like him. But yeah, we've got to move on.
Stay off social media, Aaron. That's my advice for you, my friend. I'd imagine that any of us, if in our job a new employer was going to offer us a lot more money, we would be tempted. Also, it would look like, in terms of career and talking about us, it would look like a bigger company to work for. Maybe he's been promised things that we don't know by Mikel Arteta. It's possible. Anyway, we won't get into any more of that. Verips it is, the Dutch goalkeeper who plays. Big lad. We wish him well. And then we think it's a 3-5-2, Nick.
Yeah, we do think it's a 3-5-2, don't we? We both spoke about this before we did the graphic, and we're like, it looks like it's going to be a 3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a flat 3, really, because Fleck, for me, I don't think he's going to do that job in front. Berger, I'd actually like to see Berger a bit more advanced up the pitch, but I can't see it. I think it's going to be a flat 3 with Berger trying to get forward and Fleck trying to get forward. And then obviously Ozzy and Baldock playing down the wings. Ben Davis as well, Hal, not given the nod, but obviously he's not played too many 90 minutes in the last, a while, really.
A long while. He never even went to Anfield. I've been on the Anfield pitch more times than Ben Davis. I had a tour many years ago. It's not important. But he's on the bench, and it would be exciting, I think, to have thrown him in. But Robinson played well.
Can I just jump in? On Sky Sports, they've gone for a 4-4-2 with Fleck playing on the right wing and Osborne playing on the left wing.
They're having a laugh. What they've done is they can't change their graphics. They have it a 4-4-2 for us, no matter what.
Yeah, that is silly, though, that. Fleck, a left-footed player playing on the right wing.
It can happen. I was a left-footed player that played on the right, of a similar standard at the moment to John Fleck.
But he's not even a left winger.
Maybe in his younger days. Maybe it's Jimmy today. Of course, Fleck could play just off the front two. That's a possibility that it might be a 1 and then a 2 at the end. But I think the way that you've actually laid it out today, because we should be cards on the table. It's just you and I again. No Bobby in the background. He is properly slacked off. I mean, no one gave him this permission. I don't remember you giving him holiday permission. He didn't even submit the form, did he?
No, he didn't, and it's usually 1 week's notice. That
I thought it was 2 weeks. I thought it was 2 weeks' notice we had to give.
I think for us 2, it's 1 week. But for Bobby, it's 2.
I'm thinking of making it 3 because I just don't trust him anymore. He's going away to celebrate his exam success on a family holiday. He's not even gone abroad.
Family.
I know.
Who goes away with a family? This
is your real family, Bobby. All right. Who's going to be there for you when the chips are down? Okay. We will be picking up those chips
and eating them.
I want chips now. All right. So we got. Can we move this off the screen? My neck is literally gone.
I was just going to ask about the 2 strikers.
Can we talk about them without it on the screen?
All right. There you go. So Billy Sharp and McGoldrick up front together, the team that got us promoted to the Premier League in the first place.
Don't.
So what do we make of this?
We could have saved ourselves £50 million because it's just really when we've needed it, we keep going back to Didsey and Sharp. It's actually quite embarrassing. It's not embarrassing we're going back to those two. They're both fantastic footballers. It's embarrassing that we spent so much money thinking we needed to replace them. We've got, 6 forwards, and that's not including the youngsters.
And one of them is playing for the other team. One of the players that we bought for a load of money when we got promoted.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So the whole thing, very, very strange. What do you make of it?
I don't know. I really, really don't know. I love them 2 up front together. It's not a lot of pace, but let's be honest, we haven't got a lot of pace in the whole team, have we? So it's only really Brewster and Burke that you could say has got a little bit of pace to him. But I thought they'd at least give Brewster 5-10 games of solid kind of first team football to get him into the swing of things, and it's not happening.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So let's look at the team for the opposition today, which is West Bromwich Albion. We do have in goal Sam Johnston, then it's O'Shea, not that one, Kyle Bartley, who used to play for the Red and White Wizards. We've got Clark, Furlong, captain is Livermore, then it's Alex Mowat, Townsend, Dina Nagana, Grant, and as Gary Sinclair would do, I've then left the last one, Callum Robinson, so we can all go boo.
Or cheer.
Or cheer, which, you know what, Blades fans are not bad for that. We're pretty good at cheering ex-players. You know, it would have been interesting to see Jay McEverley and Dean Hammond and Martin Wolford come back.
Yeah. Do you know what, Callum Robinson, if this was at Bramall Lane, this game, is he getting a cheer?
No.
But he's got nothing.
Put it in the comments. What do you think?
Not a boo, though, because he doesn't deserve a boo. He's done nothing against us.
Can I just say, whilst that is all wonderful, look who's in the chat. Look who's joined us.
It's
the man, the myth, the legend, Lee Pitts, who's been on this channel before as part of our fans forum. I love him. Sorry to see Ramsdale go. He has a great future. You know what, Nick? That's a great point that Lee makes. I actually thought when we bought Aaron Ramsdale, he was Sheffield United's goalkeeper for the next 12, 15 years. And that's now, sadly, not going to be the case. There's no room in this deal for a loan back either. This deal is the deal that we think it is. He's going for 24, 26, that sort of thing, with add-ons. Hopefully those add-ons actually get met. And I'm sure there'll be things in there like England appearance, becoming first choice for Arsenal, winning a cup, and he might not meet any of those.
Not playing for Arsenal, definitely not. Maybe if he played for us, he might win a cup, but he's got no chance of winning one for Arsenal. And really,
I met Tyler Smith today. Tell us everything.
Decent. Whereabouts was it? What did he say to you? What did you say to him? Did he buy you dinner first?
We want full details.
We do. Let's get that West Brom team off the screen. What we'll do, I'll stick the Blades team on the screen if people want to have a look at that, if they just missed us talking about that a minute ago. But bench as well, Hal. What are we saying?
Well, we've got an interesting looking bench. It's yeah, I wrote that. It's a strong bench. So is the West Brom bench as well. I mean, their manager, Valérien Ismaël, former Barnsley boss. Their captain is Jake Livermore. They are, doing quite well after beating Luton by 3-2. They've got a draw in the first game. Callum Robinson's already bagged 2. They like to play a 3-4-3. Last time out, you might remember, when we went to the Hawthorns, we lost 1-0. Conor Gallagher scored the game's only goal. It was another 8 p.m. kickoff, Nick. I mean, what's happening with these? We're not good on telly.
No, we're not. And not good. Well, we're not good at anything, are we?
We're just not good. Full stop.
We're just not.
But that game, we dominated, but we couldn't hit a cow's backside with a banjo.
Yeah, and I hope it's the opposite way this time. I don't mind West Brom absolutely hammering us in every way other than the scoreline. But
Nick,
we just need a goal, mate. We need a goal.
We are months away from the last time we played West Brom. You know, we beat them quite convincingly at Bramall Lane in terms of performance. And now, even when we went to West Brom last season, we were all really confident. What has happened now that literally everyone online is saying, I'll be happy with a 3-0 defeat. What has gone wrong in such a short space of time that we're expecting to get nothing and we'll be happy with a draw tonight when we thought we'd go to West Brom and beat them at Bramall Lane?
I don't think it's got anything to do with last season. I honestly don't. I think the fact that everyone was so buzzing for the start of the season, everyone thought we were going to do well. Even neutrals thought we were going to do well as well. I think it's these first 2 games, the lack of chances created and the lack of taking them. Because in the first game, we created barely anything. The second game, we actually created a few chances, but we couldn't take them, even the one-on-one that Didsey had. So it's just going forward. I don't think we're too bad defensively. We weren't even that bad defensively in the Premier League. But, yeah, we're just struggling to score goals. And let's be honest, that is the bedrock of football. That's what you've got to do. You've got to put the ball in the back of the net. And it's not fun when your team can't score goals.
Absolutely right. It used to be. We said this to Bobby in the background. It used to be fun watching Sheffield United. He's only known boring Sheffield United. And it is boring at the moment. I'm not going to make any bones about it. There hasn't been an exciting game probably since Man United away when we were actually edge of the seat for the whole time. It's been a bit dull. Speaking of Manchester-born Matthew Donoghue will referee tonight's clash between West Brom and Sheffield United. He's ref the Baggies. I know, you always do that. 2 games before. In both games, he's given a penalty against them. Slavisha Jukanovic is on the screen at the moment, so that means we will not listen to his interview because we will struggle. Valerian Ishmael.
Sorry, he's got a bit of a ginger beard. I've never noticed that before. What a legend.
It's strawberry blonde if it's a day. Valerian Ishmael, manager of West Brom, as I mentioned earlier, the former Barnsley boss. I got some quotes. He said of the Blades, it's a tough opponent. It's not about how many goals they've scored or how many goals they've conceded for us. It's about knowing their formation, knowing which players can hurt us if we let them and where their strengths and weaknesses are. We have to prepare right. This is the Championship. And it's so tough. No team managed to win both of their opening 2 games. That's what he said. He's absolutely right. So I think, Nick, it's time for Hal's deep dive into West Brom.
Yes.
Knew you wouldn't let me down.
I felt like that needed some sort of theme tune, didn't it?
Yeah, you didn't. I mean, if Bobby was here, we'd have had a full production of music and graphics. But he's not. He didn't put in the requisite 28 days, and he's just gone on leave. Ishmael at Barnsley played with wing-backs, and he's doing the same so far at West Bromwich Albion. He's all about playing the 3-4-3. His teams are up the pitch. They're very aggressive off the ball. So he encourages them to get up the field and pressure the man in possession. Winning the ball back is the West Bromwich Albion MO, or the WBA MO, which isn't easy to say. Barnsley last season had 57% of their ball recoveries won in medium or high zones of the pitch. In comparison, the league average is 52%, and Nick has just fallen off his chair in shock at that stat. This is something Ishmael will be trying to achieve with West Brom, that high press, winning that ball back. And although he plays with wingers, they move around. So the real kind of wide threat is those wing backs that I mentioned before. And he's got like a kind of more clear idea of what he wants the wingers to do. They'll move around and they'll pick up the ball in different kind of spaces. And he often instructs them to make diagonal runs in towards a central striker. This kind of overloads the middle of the pitch. And this is where you'll see similarities with Barnsley, because he likes to play the long ball. The long ball, just like Barnsley did, centre-backs to ping balls over the top into that central man, and the wingers can be ready to play off and feed off that. It may not be pretty, but it is effective. I expect this to be a game which could bypass large parts of the midfield. So that is your look at West Brom.
Very well done, Hal. I just want to bring up, right on the screen right now, they're just showing all the really poor final balls that we've been doing this season. And it just shows you that we are getting into some good positions, but that final ball is just really, really lacking. And it's quite embarrassing watching it, to be honest.
What was that noise you made here? Because we've had a suggestion. It sounded like you fell off a skateboard.
I was moving something that was right next to the microphone.
Excellent. Put your mouth right nearer the microphone, if you wouldn't mind.
You shouted at me last time I did that.
No, that's perfect. George says, "Are you showing the full game?" We are in my house, George. If you want to pop round, mate. But it's a watch along, so we will be We'll be your alternative audio commentary. Trust me, I don't know who's doing the commentary. Probably Don Goodman. It's going to be better on here. So let's do the quiz, Nick. Which without Bobby is always a bit more difficult. So wish us luck. Let's see how we get on with this. This is one that we want you to get involved with. So you just pop in the comments the answers to the questions, and we will do our very best to see who the first one is to get the question right. Who was the first player sent off in the Battle of Bramall Lane? Nick, without giving the answer, do you remember?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. You see, I never need to actually test him on that. Nick, can you handle the comments while I'm sorting the quiz out? All right, so if anyone gets it right, put them in there and you will get shouted out bonus brownie points. It wasn't Santos.
Nope.
You know what, Nick? I was thinking this. A lot of people are talking about Santos today.
3 people there said Santos. You did say the first person gets
the first one. The first one.
There we go.
Not the second to last.
I don't know if we're allowed to take that, Hal. Are we allowed to take that?
No, we can't take that.
There we go. It's gone.
We can't
Sorry,
take
mate.
that and party. Nick, do you think we should try and get George Santos on the channel at some point to maybe tell his side of the Battle of Bramall Lane?
I think it's possible that we could get him.
If anyone's got that pulling power, it's a tricky one to get because he's I think he's a scout now in France.
Yeah, I think so. But he does live in Sheffield, I do believe. Sometimes he comes back. By the way, goalkeeper.
So well done. The answer was Simon Tracy.
But nobody's got it.
No, we're giving him that. We're giving M. Clinton's that one. Sufo, I assume he was the last one sent off. So that's question one done. Which friend of the channel scored a last-minute winner against West Bromwich Albion on the 8th of December, 2001? If you watched the podcast we did with him, you'll know that I was in the West Brom end, and I had to pretend I was furious because I jumped up at the last minute. Someone stole my programme as well. Who was the player that scored the last-minute winner? Nick, do you know the answer to this?
I remember you saying that. And
it could be one or two, couldn't it?
Yes, it could be.
Could be one or two. I'll give you a clue. It's not Dean Hammond.
Oh, right. So 1 or 3 it could have been then.
It's not Martin Wolfords. It's not Paul Pesky-Salido.
Oh, that's what I thought it was.
It's not Pesh.
It's not Chris Porter.
I'll give you a clue. Pesh hit the bar with the shot and it rebounded to this man. And when the ball hits the goal, it's not Shearer or Cole.
It's Paul Devlin.
Clinton, you're getting a Clinton card.
Jordan.
I'll tell you right, mate. Clinton's cards, you're getting a yellow for the spelling and for that guess.
It could be Jordan though. Could be Jordan.
It wasn't Katie Price. That's another good guess. It is a Saber. John Wallace. Thank Christ, you put us out of our misery. All right, next one. Guess the player.
Could you imagine if Carlos Saba was in here and he got it wrong?
I know he wouldn't because I spoke to him this week about it. We were having a little chat about it. He's a great guy, Carl. He keeps it. He's probably I think him and Quinny are the ones that keep in touch the most since we interviewed them. They've been brilliant. Right, guess the player from his career. Nick, get rid of that. Stop messing about.
I keep trying to get rid of it.
Guess the player from his career stats. Bobby, you are never going on holiday again. Right. Move your big head. So who is this player, basically, is the question. Of course, we all remember his time at the Australian Institute of Sport, but there are other clubs.
I can't believe they've not got on there how many games he played for the under-20s and under-23s as well.
It's poor, isn't it? It's like they almost
that should be so easy to find from 1989.
He playing a while, wasn't he? So who was this former Baggy, former Sorrento, former Blade, former Eagle, And of course, finishing himself off at glory, but that doesn't sound right. It wasn't Frank Talia as if he made 158 appearances and scored 9 goals. He was a keeper. God's sake. No, it's not. It's not Tim Cahill. It is Ian. Well done. If you weren't here, there we go. Clinton is back in the room. Absolutely, it was Sean Murphy. Well done. A great player as well. Great centre back for the Red and White Wizards. Him alongside Robert Page. You know, just synonymous with that triple assault season. Final question: which club did the Blades loan current baggy on the bench tonight, Matt Phillips from? Do you remember this one? Do you remember which team?
Oh, yeah. Such a great player, weren't he? In that long spell.
How many goals in 6 games?
But like 5 in 6 or something like that.
5 in 6, kids. That is incredible. It was 5 in 6, and it was Ian Holloway was his manager that loaned him to us.
Everybody knows this one, Hal. Everybody knows this one.
All right, that's right. Blackpool.
Oh, Bournemouth.
Well done. Oh, no.
Blackpool,
Yes,
Blackpool, Sunderland, Blackpool. There we
I
go.
thought that was a tough question, but well done each and every one of you that got that one spot on. Now, we're just going to run through the team again if you have just joined us. United line up with Verips in goal, Gorgeous George, the industrial Ben Osborne, John Egan, Chris Basham, Jackie Longthrow, Xander Berge, Norwood, Fleck, Didsey, Captain Sharp. On the bench, you've got League One Wes, Rhian Brewster, harshly dropped arguably, Ollie McBurney-Pal, Freezy, Bogle, Burke, and the new signing, Ben Davis. We did a video on Ben Davis. Nick, I want to talk about this. I want to address the bigger elephant in the room. We did a video on Ben Davis where we revealed a lot of inside info. We then put, for the first time ever, as a little experiment, some inside info on Twitter, and the world went mad, and it melted. And I've got to say, and so what I would say is to a lot of people, and that isn't the people watching now, but if you know people that maybe reacting in a certain way, or you know they don't watch this channel, the way we're going to do it is we're going to announce things on the videos. All right, we might put occasional things on Twitter. But if you want to know from trusted inside sources what is going on at the club ahead of time, this is the place to come. We're not going to always put it online. And we've revealed quite a lot on this channel before, and we haven't put it on Twitter, and no one said a word. We put one thing on Twitter, and I tell you, if you could see our DMs last night, it was like a Chubby Brown set. So that's what you should share with people. We will be doing our best to bring you as much as we can Blades related, but it'll be on the videos. That's the place to head.
Absolutely. We will still put a few bits on.
A few bits and pieces. But we could imagine if we'd put everything, Nick, that we've heard over the last year on Twitter. You saw by the reaction last night, you and I would have had our houses burned down by now. It wouldn't have been worth it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Right, bigger question. Freezy as a nickname, yes, no?
Of course. What's your problem?
Pop it in the comments. Are you allowing Freezy as a nickname? Because I'll tell you now.
That's what everybody calls him. It's like
no one calls him that. No, the club just made it up. No one calls him Freezy. Have a word with yourself. We do believe it is.
Call him then Luke. No one calls Luke. Luke is a name that nobody calls somebody that name. It is their surname.
You ever seen Star Wars?
Luke. No, I haven't. Actually.
You haven't seen Star Wars?
No.
Right, let's cancel our plans on Saturday, and you're coming around, and we're watching Star Wars. It's just you cannot call the man Freezy. Have a word with yourself. You're an embarrassment, man.
Look at this. A lot of no's here.
Because sensible people watch this channel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Luke.
Sensible people. Sensible people. Yes, Luke. You know. By the way, I watched Luke's channel. Luke, just to drop us in the comments your channel details, Yorkshire Pod. I watched that the other day. Absolutely fantastic. Really does deserve the support. It's my doorbell again. Nick, just talk for a minute.
Go on then. Get lost. Oh,
I'm staying here, but it might go again. So you just talk for a sec.
Right. Why are people always at your door? It's like you're famous or something.
Wife's got it. Honestly, it's like a knocking shop.
There we go.
Another question for you. Can Ollie McBurney-Pal play in a 10? Because that has been suggested online. And I have to say,
no.
Don't shake your head, I haven't even said yet. If you saw him at Barnsley, the boy can dribble and he can take the ball from deep. And we've never used him like that.
I remember the last time you said somebody could dribble, and that was Ollie Burke.
He can
The
dribble.
boy, no, he can't. You're off your head.
You've never
You're
seen him
off
eat.
your head. Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm better than that.
It weren't that good.
No,
That's true. That's true.
Good. I shouldn't put that underneath when I've just said that because no one's going to want to like and subscribe after I've just said that.
No.
In fact, I expect to see subscribers go down after that.
I wouldn't say that if I were you.
All right. Do give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Every like really, really does help. Luke has said, Yorkshire Pod. Come on, lads. Looking forward to a big game tonight. Choosing to see it as an opportunity for Verips. I as well see this as a big opportunity for Salad Fingers to stake a claim. I think we both hope that he will be a really good keeper. He's got big hands. The man can't get gloves. But I tell you what, anything comes near him, I bet he's really good on penalties. A lot of Dutch keepers are.
I know the joke is the salad fingers because he's got really long fingers, but do you really think that his fingers are that long, or do you think it's a photo that's made his fingers look long and weird?
It's probably right. First of all, it's probably the latter, and secondly, stop ruining my fun.
But we need to say thank you to Paul. I can't even say it.
Paolo Budgie. I'll handle the foreign names. Nick, don't you worry. His wife is looking. Why did I bring that one up? I was trying to click off another one. It's a family channel, Charlie. Right, yeah. So, by the way, if you do want to be a Nick's just got it. If you do want to be a super subscriber, yeah. There's blades on the telly once again. We know no blades. We know no blades. I don't. Why they just start focusing on one fella? Let's see the crowd.
Ooh, wait. There's some blades behind them people. Oh, I recognise that one there.
That's Billy. He's a proper Blades fan. He goes to every game. I've got to say, if you would like to be a super subscriber and help us out, then Super Chat, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Super Chat. Super
Chat, it would be much appreciated because we haven't had a lot of them recently, and we need them. So if you want to give us money so that we can purchase things. Do we know anyone? Do you know anyone there?
Oh, I recognise someone.
Did you actually?
There, glasses, but I don't know who she is. I've just seen her at games before.
Fair enough. I'll take that. Yes, if you'd like to help us out with being a super chat, that would really be fantastic. Nick, how do people do super chat?
I don't know. It's been that long since I've been on a YouTube video. It'll be down below us. It'll just say super chat. Click there. Put how much you want to donate to us, and we'll love you forever. It has to start with a 100.00, and then after that, you can do whatever you want.
Right, got you. I've never done one. Why would I? But if you'd like to, that would be great. We're also brought to you by Manscaped. You can use the promo code TSUW, which stands for
the Chef United Way.
It is 20% off and free shipping. Click the dollar sign. Dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, that would be brilliant. We'd really appreciate that. And yeah, Manscaped, promo code TSUW, 20% off and free shipping. All right, let's have one quick look again at the Blades team. I'm going to roll the West Brom team down at the bottom as we just go through it. Verips, Baldock, Osborne, Egan, Basham, Robinson, Zanderberge, Ollie Norwood, John Fleck, David McGoldrick, and we've got Billy Sharp.
Billy Sharp, where you go? Do you know what it is? I looked at that West Brom team and thought, this is an incredible side. Do you know last season when we played West Brom, I was thinking, we've got a better team than them. And now, look at their side. I'm thinking, they're going to wipe the floor with us.
I agree. I don't think they're going to wipe the floor with us, but I agree that their squad looks very championship ready for an assault on promotion. I don't like the way Valérien Ismaël plays. I've run through how they play. If you missed that, you can run it back. Also, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch, Nick, it's fair to say, numbers have been going through the roof.
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought the True Jordan had got a lot of followers on Twitch. We are killing it.
Twitch seems to be the future. I know that there's big in Japan as a saying, but we're big on Twitch. And if we carry on like this, we'll be in double figures before the end of the year. So just watch this space. If you haven't watched us on Twitch yet and you want to be involved in that, that'll be much appreciated. Right, we're ready to kick off. When we do kick off, you'll know because the graphic will appear on screen. We will give you regular time checks and we will be your alternative commentary, your massively biased Blades commentary. By the way, I've struggled speaking all day today because I had a really bad night's sleep because of all the grief I was getting on Twitter. So that may be an issue, but yeah, we'll soldier on.
And we're off. There we go.
Yeah, Nick, Sneaksby says, I need a link to the Twitch. Good, we sorted you there.
Just go on Twitch and put in Sheffield United Way.
The man, the myth, the legend that is in good Nick. He knows the answer to everything.
We are a little bit busy right now, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you want to help us out and just go onto Twitch and then just type in Sheffield United Way, you found it already.
Can you show me how to type again, please?
Yeah, maybe next week.
Right. Let me give you
Furlong putting in a very furlong throw here in a second.
Let me give you a first-time check of the game so you can try and get level with us. As soon as it gets to 1 minute, I will let you know. We are on 48, 49, 50. So there you go. You can try and pause your TV. You can pause us as well so that if we are ahead, we can get level if you're watching overseas, for example, on ESPN. We are at bang on 1 minute, 0-0. Ball thrown in, long by Furlong. Oh, it's a great chance. It must be the opening goal, and it is. And is that going to be disallowed from Callum Robinson? It looks like it's offside, but Callum Robinson wheels away in delight. I mean, who else but Callum Robinson was going to open the scoring here? I think that's been disallowed, possibly for a foul on Verrips, possibly for offside. Does look like offside there on the... Is it Dean Nagano who's offside?
No, it's
Callum. It's Callum Robinson. He's well off.
And it looked like he brought it down with his arm as well.
Sloppy. That's why we got rid of him.
But that is very, very sloppy defending that. Like, there's two players. One won it. One was not being marked. So
one won it. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Not an easy sentence to say either. I think that was the correct decision. You're right, Nick. He was offside and also could potentially have been a handball. So we're on 1 minute 52, and Verrips, a very relieved goalkeeper.
First minute of his Sheffield United league debut, and he's conceded.
That would have been Lee Baxter vibes all over again for the younger ones. That's you can read about that in Den Blades. I wrote a great article on that. Do subscribe to Den Blades fanzine. It's we love promoting. There's just so many talented contributors that are Blades fans.
Oh, and look, have you noticed that Osborne is playing at left wing back?
Which is what you put.
Yes. So, do you know what? As I've just said that, Robinson is very high up the pitch. But Fleck's definitely not playing on the right wing anyway. Let's put it that way.
It's not a 4-4-2. I think we can all agree on that. I mean, I'm prepared to be shocked and amazed if it does become that, but I don't believe it is at the moment. Ball being won in the midfield. West Bromwich Albion looking to start one of their first really meaningful attacks. Thank you very much as well to Callum03, who's given us £4.49. Lads, you're doing a great job. Been watching for 2 years now. Up the Blades. That is really kind of you, mate. That's superb.
2 years. That's even BH, isn't it?
Before Hal, Stuart Ward says, where can I bung some dosh? I tell you what, that's so kind that people want to help support the channel. We do this all for free. I tell you, it's like a second job, the amount of work we put on this. You can hit the $sign, apparently, if you're on YouTube. Yeah,
you can do. And really, mate, it's like a first job. For most of the time. We put that much effort into it.
Nick, just to give you an idea, will be doing a match reaction after doing 3 hours of this. Then he'll be editing Fans React. And he'll be doing graphics as well. And then he's got to get up tomorrow at 6 a.m. So, he won't be done until probably 5:55 a.m.
I would say longer. Maybe 6:01. I'm going to be driving to work with a laptop on my knee.
He's not. If anyone's a copper, he will get a full 8 hours and he will not do that. Now, Egan, going to play the ball back. We're bang on 4:02 now. Back to Verrips. Not looking nervy, let's be honest. He looks comfortable and he really does suit the goalkeeper's top. It gives me the Aidan Davidson vibes, this goalie top. You've seen that as well?
Yeah, I do,
The Blades sponsored grey top. Yeah, I see him in that.
Is that Patrick? Was that Patrick?
His name was Aidan. Yes, it was Patrick. Ball played back into the middle. I've really not done any commentary so far for this game. It's mostly just been waffle bits and nonsense. But John Egan, that's a great name for an album. John Egan going to lay the ball back to Aidan Davison, and he's going to go, for the very first time, go long. We thought it would be mostly WBA going along and looking for Didzy, who does really well. Gets that flick on to Billy Sharp. Again, I think both of them kind of got lucky there. Sander Berge will pick it up. Flex passes poor, but again, the Blades getting the better and rubber the green. Bit of 50-50 action falling to United. And Ben Osborne puts a really good ball in. It's just a case of who was on the edge of the box. And it was a West Brom foot to get it away from Sander Berge. And a chance for West Brom, I'm going to keep saying it, to come away with Townsend.
Yeah, it was quite a good ball into the box that from Ozzy. I like those that kind of just go in behind the defenders as they're running back, because somebody could easily be lurking on the edge or be just coming into the box.
Russell's in Budapest. I went to a stag do in Budapest, and what happens in Budapest definitely stays in Budapest. But do drop us in the chat where you are watching from. We love knowing where people are in the world. Nick, I've got so many stories to tell you off air. We never even got to the gun story.
No, we didn't. No. And we definitely don't get to it tonight.
No. Stuart says, where is the dollar sign? I got a feeling this could be quite a long-winded thing with Stuart tonight, so don't worry about it, buddy.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you talk out, and I am going to explain exactly where.
Kept in. This is danger. West Brom with the chance to attack on this right-hand side. Cross to front, the face of goal. And it's a case of George Border not only getting a foot on it, but actually that ricochet will clear nicely and the Blades will have a throw. We're on 5 minutes 59. We're a bang on 6. Try and get level with us. You can pause your TV. You can pause Twitch. You can pause Facebook. You can even pause YouTube. And you can get bang on. We also remove spoilers in the chat, so do not fear. We'll do our very best. Shouts to Robert, who's in Ohio. We've also got Mark in Doncaster. On the City in Leeds, says Mike. We've got Stuart, who's in Majokar. Where on earth is that? Josh says Leeds United, not a place. We've got Vortex Blade, who's just saying stuff. So Manhattan as well, says Steve. Absolutely incredible. I've been there once with my wife. We went on our very first ever holiday. We went together to Manhattan. I got my arm caught in the subway. Terrifying it was. Absolutely terrifying. I had to have a bloke pull the doors open before I hit a pole.
You're a bit of an odd man, aren't you, Hal?
I've just done a lot, but I always try not to get myself in scrapes. But I read James Acaster's book about him getting into loads of scrapes, and I thought, this is like a morning for me. This is his life. I was like, I should definitely write a book about the amount of nonsense I get into. It's just constant.
Absolutely. Do you want me to say where the dollar sign is? So when you're commenting in the chat, directly below where you comment, there is a smiley face for emojis, and then there is a dollar sign right next to it. That's where you give money.
Shouts to Jim Phipps. Jim, after chatting with you, I went and loaded up the old Football Manager 16. And when you start that, it says Jim Phipps would like to organise a meeting. So I had a meeting with you on that game, and I laid out my philosophy. And I've got to say, I think 4-year plan, we're in the Premier League. Right, we're on. Jim, I've got to say, Jim and me on Football Manager 16 were like that. We chat every day. We have a right laugh. We are on 7 minutes 56, 57, 58, bang on 8. As Ben Osborne, the industrious Ben Osborne, looks to try and keep that in, but it will be laid back by those wing backs that you're going to see for West Brom bombing up and down the pitch. And this is good play from United. That was a foul, surely. Referee says yes after thinking about it, and the whistle goes to the mouth.
Michael Brown, have a guess what this is. If it's not gin, what do you think it could be? Let's hope it's water. Let's hope it's water, shall we? I don't think I'll be drinking a pint of gin. Whoa.
The referee tonight is Manchester-born Matthew Donoghue. Yeah. And he has reffed 2 Baggies games before. In both games, he's given a penalty against them. This is the first time he's reffed the Blades, which if you watch the match preview, you'll know I did not know. And I may have made a guess. Might have been wrong.
Oh, well.
I'm honest now.
Just don't agree to it. Just don't say that it happened and it didn't.
Didn't happen. Ball played in from this free kick, which was a correct decision to give that free kick, that foul on Billy. The Blades already offside. What? I think that was fairly evident there. And Egan, who else would you have up there on the right wing, has to jog back with the ball. He's not going to give it to them. 9 minutes 13. Really poor. Offside straight from the kick. I could see that coming a mile off. Just amateur hour, that.
Why did he go for it?
If he left it, we play
offside. On. He stood offside. He knows that he's offside. Why go for it? Just walk back.
It is water. Oh, Lord, Michael Brown. Oh, look at that. From Yorkshire Pod for shouting out the channel, you legends, up the Blades. If you would like to see And remember, this is a family channel. If you would like to see an interview with an OnlyFans lady, then that is the latest Yorkshire pod. And I've got to say, it's only part 1, and it is very interesting. I learned a lot. I think it might be a sideline, Nick, that you and I could get into. And I could flash a bit of boob for a quid.
Oh yeah, me too. I've got a bit more boob than you, I think. So big chest and flat chest.
I think you'd be surprised. Right, it's a throw in for West Bromwich Albion. We're on 10:07, and the towel's out, which means it's going to be another long throw. It's not a bad one. They've looked most dangerous from 2 throw-ins. The ball will come back in on this left-hand side. Nathan Davison collects it at his near post. Looking calm. We'll take them all day.
Yeah, we definitely will do. And do you know what? He's done more than Ramsdale's done already. He's caught a ball in the air.
Looking for the in-depth baseball coverage. Gotta say, you just watch out. Those Mariners are going to make a late run. That wildcard spot is still up for grabs. All right, kick long. Blades looking to get that flick on from Didsey. Jumps too early. And West Brom will keep possession and look to try and mount something on this left-hand side. But it's decent play from Zanderberge. And Norwood will leave it. Here's a chance for the Blades to come forward. Didsey does really well. Holds off his man. Surely that was a foul. Donahue says no. And this is a chance now for West Brom to get Callum Robinson in. But
well done.
Comes out and claims.
Mickey Vezza. Straight out.
That's worse than Freezy.
He was straight out though then, weren't he? So quick. He knew what were happening then.
GMM says, hi, gents. Any news on Mousset's injury? Yeah, he's going to be out between 4 and 6 weeks. No update on that. And Ramsdale's transfer looks like he's going to Arsenal. 24 million plus add-ons and the worst kept secret in football. Dizzy does win that flick on. Learned from the last time, but to no one except the throw. So that's an opportunity for West Brom to build. Now, I've got to be honest, Nick, I'm not as familiar with this West Brom team. I did quite a lot of research before Swansea, but we haven't had as long in between. And obviously, I've had lots of other things to do. So I'm not mentioning the West Brom players as much.
No, that's fine. I know next to nothing about them as well. There's a few players that have played for us, though. There's 2 on the pitch right now, Kyle Bartley and Callum Robinson, and then there's one on the bench in Matty Phillips too. So
Absolutely.
There's 3 there that everyone will know.
And Matt Phillips, despite playing the least amount of games, scored the most goals for us out of those 3. And Johnston will clear it, but will it be kept in? I think it might just roll out. That's actually amazingly... Furlong has kept that in, and here's a chance for Robinson, who forgot which team he's playing for now, and gives it straight back to Jackie Longthrow, who I don't think he actually ever played with.
No, I don't think he did. No, or maybe in pre-season he did. I remember seeing him in last season's shirt, and I'm like, when did he play in that? But it was the Dundee game, wasn't it?
And I, of course,
the United,
saw him. Yeah, I actually got a chance to speak to him in Portugal in the Algarve. For that game against Real Betis, which was the day he signed. Or the days before, I don't know. Anyway, he was there. He was sort of paraded out. And I just stayed behind and got a chance to speak with Chris Wilder and Alan Nill as well. It was great.
Sounds incredible. But it's a Slavolution now, Hal. Stop mentioning the names.
Stuart, if only you could figure it out, that would be... That'd be wonderful. Stop laughing at the Mariners. They've won more games than the Cardinals, mate. So you pape down. Right, throw in taken, and it's 1 for another throw into the Blades. It's gaining that ground. This is a little bit of like NFL. We're just going to move up slowly across the pitch. I think, again, 1 for the neutrals.
How many more times are you going to mention about American sports, Hal?
6.
I've had enough. Hopefully you've done 6 already.
Yeah, I probably have.
There's another player for West Brom that is very, very good, and that is their goalkeeper, who now you would have to say that he's the best goalkeeper in the league.
Is he potentially one that Sheffield United might look to, maybe not this season, but if we were promoted?
Yeah, but I can see West Brom going straight up as well, to be honest. So I can't see him going, and I'm very surprised that nobody's come in for him in the Premier League, because I'm sure he would have gone.
He's a top keeper. I think if he had played for a top side regularly, because I know he was at Manchester United, I think he'd have been a part of the England setup.
Well, he was, wasn't he?
I think he'd have been part of it regularly. I think he'd have been your Nick Popes, your Jack Butlins. I think he'd have been in
your Nigel Martins.
In that I was thinking like now, but yeah, he'd have been in that conversation. Yeah, your Tim Flowers, your Ian Walkers. Yeah, we've England had a lot of good keepers at the same time. It's a shame. A bit like Sheffield United, actually. A lot of good keepers in the past. And is Verrips one of them? He's got another chance to defend what is West Brom's biggest weapon, the throw-in. Furlong again goes long. It's really dangerous. This is like Rory to lap, and it might actually be a chance to get that ball recycled. It's still in the box on the left-hand side. Opportunities here. I cannot read a single number on the back of these West Brom shirts, Nick.
No, it's the red, isn't it? It's hard to see.
It's the red, but that was Grant trying to get that ball in. And then it's flicked on. Wonderful jump. If that header hadn't been won, Robinson was clean through and he might be here. He gets the shot and it's in. Again, I think he's offside. 15 minutes gone. And referee Donahue from Manchester, who, as I say, has given 2 penalties against West Brom in the 2 times he's reffed them before, clearly spotting either an offside, which I think it might have been, or he was.
He was, but it was very tight.
But he was, and that's...
Wait, no, it's this one.
Oh, it's this one. It's this one. It's the second one, of course. He's even more... He's offside twice. Get in the bin, Robinson.
Yeah, but third time lucky, though, isn't it? Can't let him have another chance. He's already put it away twice.
All right. Question. We'll come back to that as it's defended brilliantly in the box. West Brom starting to up the ante and turn the screw. Didsey with a chance to turn. That'll be a free kick, and we'll give a chance to read this question. Nick, this is for you. Question. I love going to games and I love watching from home. What do you prefer?
Oh, going to games every day of the week. I hate watching at home. I can't stand it. I like watching kind of like contentious decisions over and over again to see if it will happen. Because the other day, do you know when the Birmingham game when it was handball, I was like, I'm sure that's handball, but I needed somebody at home to just confirm it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan at home. I don't like watching it. It really like you're not part of it. You're just not part of it when you're at home. You're just watching the screen.
We'll answer that question after I've gone to a game with Nick on Saturday. I tell you what, my dad took me to Nottingham Forest behind the glass in an executive box. And I'm not being ungrateful, Dad. I know you're watching. But that was the single worst experience I've ever had at going to a football game.
It's not the same.
Not the same. Not the same.
No. I ended up sitting outside the glass anyway, so there's no point in me being there.
You couldn't at Forest, by the way. Bit of breaking news there, Nick. I don't know if you've spotted that.
Has Fjordhoff and Dean left as well? That's got to be a reoccurring theme. That
a reoccurring joke, is it?
Oh, this could be a Jackie Long throw, maybe. Oh no, it's nowhere near. I thought we're a lot further down the line, and we would have been able to get that in the box because a few people had said that. I think it was in the match reaction comments that why don't we utilise Jack Robinson's throw more?
Agreed. By the way, Paolo, the answer to that is Matty Longstaff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Surely sharing a seat at the hockey stadium versus the franchise was bad, Hal. Yeah, bum cheek each, Adam. Good times.
I think you need to elaborate on that. Bum cheek.
Sharing a seat. Sharing a seat.
Sharing a bum cheek.
Sharing a seat, so you'd have half a cheek each. I thought that was fairly obvious. Right, we're on 17.
I know, but I wanted to make it weird. Let me make it weird.
You do. 17:54. It is never a sensible time when I do that check. It is 0-0, as you can see. That's bigger than my face. And I mean, you could watch a game on my forehead. So that's how big that score is there. The Blades in their own half, looking for that long ball over the top. Oh, I tell you what, if that hadn't been one there, I think that might have been an opportunity on the right-hand side. Yeah,
definitely. Why did you think that? Because George Borlett was all on his own on the right?
I did think that because he was all on his own.
Razor sharp commentary, that.
There you go, finally getting back at me for saying that to you all the time. I will be able to constantly tell you who Townsend is because he's hurt his head. He's hurt his little head, Nick, and he looks like a pint.
He does. I'm pretty sure every time somebody has a headband on, my mum always says, "Oh, has he got a skinhead? Has he shaved his head?" Every time. Yeah,
my folks will do the Terry Butcher reference, who, of course, as you know, the hell was that?
You just fall off a skateboard.
There's no one else here. That was a really loud noise. Okay. Anyway, as you know, I've interviewed Terry Butcher, and he said some really nice things about Sheffield United. Said he did want us to get promotion this season, which is absolutely fantastic to hear.
Oh, that's lovely. Do you know what I'm surprised? I'm surprised people didn't say, did you actually? Are you lying about that?
You're still a bit sore. 1919, West Brom 0, Sheffield United 0. Odd noise in my house. I can't wait for half time to figure out what the hell that was. Because it's happened in my personal gym. and I'm worried something's fallen off and broken. We have a ball launched forward, looking for who else? Ben Osborne with a long ball. But actually, it's won quite nicely in the middle by Ollie Norwood. Zander Berge will bring it over halfway. Oh, we thought about the pass, but cleverly waited and delayed because Didsey was offside. Didsey's now checked back to an opportunity to spread that pass. That was the wrong ball. It was the wrong pass there. But Didsey does brilliantly. It's a chance for Billy Sharp. It's a chance for the opening goal. And what a wonderful tackle. Oh,
that was a brilliant tackle.
Credit where credit's due for a superb challenge.
Got his leg round there. I thought Billy had got enough experience just to hold him off, but I think it just hit his knee as it was going through rather than him being able to take it on. It's just there. It kind of like took it into the path of the defender rather than himself.
O'Shea, the defender, deserves huge praise for that wonderful piece of defensive work. Billy was in there. It's such a shame he couldn't get his shot away, but Nick called it right with the bloody knee getting in the way. Great challenge in the middle from the Blades.
And the back of
that's
him.
Definitely a foul on Billy Sharp, but the referee says play on, and West Brom will not only play on, they'll launch a dangerous attack. We're on 20-40 if you're trying to keep up with us. Oh, it's a nice layoff. There's that pass from Callum Robinson, but he's overcooked it, and it will roll out for a goal kick. I'm not going to say anything about Callum Robinson's performance so far. I am not going to say anything.
Well, he's not been very good. He's been offside twice, hasn't he?
We're not going to say anything.
He's handballed one of them. He thinks he's playing basketball, mate.
Phil, for a second, I was going to message my wife and tell her to come down and check what that massive bang was.
All right, okay. Fair enough. No skateboards involved either. No, just a smile. So I'm going to get rid of Hal because he's just looking at his phone and I'm not having it. I look really, really grey on this. I've only just noticed. I think it must be my light. Anyway, Billy Sharp getting manhandled. West Brom on the attack. Oh, and it sounds like we've got Hal back. Have we got Hal back? Yeah, he's coming back. There we go. He's back.
Manhandled with his man hands.
Yeah. There you go. We need to be on the right sides.
It might be that the house is haunted, Paolo. When I moved into this house, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had scratches down my arm. And they were like really thin red scratches.
Well, I don't.
I know. And I don't know what did it. So, yeah, that was a bit spooky, that. I remember we were a bit worried because the toilet was flushing as well on its own when we moved in at the same time every night. Oh, Stuart Ward, new member. Fantastic. You haven't been able to give us the money with the dollar bills, y'all, but you figured out a way of paying regularly, which will be far more financially burdensome. So thank you.
I'm fine with that.
I'm also fine with that. That is literally the way that we pay the bills. So that is fantastic. So I've got a haunted house. But anyway, we found something in the attic, like an old jacket, and we were advised to have it removed. And since then, it's been fine.
What?
yeah, I know. Oh, here's a chance for Dean Nagana. He's broken through. That's a great pass. Here's a chance again for him on the edge of the box, but then brilliant defending from Basham, and then Zander Berge will get that clear, but not well enough. And Dean Nagana is going to scoot the ball over the top. It's headed back across the goal. Verrips says, mine. Comes out.
I'm loving Verrips. I am loving Verrips.
Confidently and claims. It's
by the end of this game, we'll be selling for 60 million.
Steve, I do look yellow. Don't worry, mate. It's the jaundice. Helen, do you have pets? No, which is why I have the concern over the noise. Was the OnlyFans ghost telling you not to pull the boobs? Why don't I read these before I bring them on screen? It's a family channel. 23.
It's fine. It's the late night version.
It's the late night version, yes. Yeah. Why do I look yellow all of a sudden? What happened with that? As soon as I went and came back.
Wait. Let me drop you.
I don't have a hammer.
There we go. You're fine. You're not yellow anymore.
I am, clearly. That's exactly the same. Here we are. You're joining us live from Jurassic Park. If you have just joined, Verrips has done well. He's looked confident. Yes, he conceded the goal in the first second, but it didn't count. Now here's a chance for West Bromwich Albion with Dean Nagana going to roll that ball once, not twice, and then lays it out to Furlong.
He falls over.
Chance for his cross in on the right foot, and it's blocked by Jackie Long. Throw, no claps from those Blades fans because that is a corner on 24. Bang on. You can pause us, you can pause Twitch, you can pause Facebook, you can get level.
Sorry, I was just watching that guy. I think it was Dean Nagana just fall over. He just rolled it twice, passed it out wide, and then just went. And just it. Your beard's looking quite healthy at the moment, Hal. By the way.
Yeah, I've been taking these. Actually, I won't say. I'm going to do a joke. It's just.
No.
It's just. I think the light, to be honest.
A bit longer.
I trimmed it actually, so I don't know what it is. I think it genuinely is the light. Yeah, my hair probably looks thicker as well. Then the real light will happen. You'll see it's all falling out. Ball on the edge of the box. Chance for West Brom to get a shot away. Always taking that right in the plums. And here's a chance to get that clearance from John Fleck. He does really well with pressure on him.
I think it was the face.
Was it?
Took it straight in the face, I think.
Benny
no,
Osborne.
maybe not. Maybe it. Well, his head and his goalies are quite close anyway, aren't they? Because he's that small.
We would never remove you, Bladesway. No, you did not get removed.
It was his elbow. Oh, do you know what? I think he's pretending that hurt him. Like it's hit him in the face because it's hit him in the arm region, I reckon. I think he's doing a Stephen Taylor. If you
I remember that. Yeah, I do get that. He was like he'd been shot. But ref didn't fall for the Stephen Taylor, but he has fallen for the Benny Osborne. No advertising hoarding there to help with the long throw. That's something that obviously West Brom have implemented with Furlong. Going to get that long throw in. And Matthew Donohue's saying, 2 eyes. I've got 2 eyes, and they're both like a chameleon's. And Carl Barley with his hand in the air. Both hands, actually. Counting.
And his big, voluptuous beard.
He's doing a Hal Stewart. He was on loan at Sheffield United from Arsenal, who are going to sign Aaron Ramsdale. Ball comes in. Again, it's a really dangerous one. It's there! They have looked dangerous every time from throw-ins, and this time it counts. The first one was disallowed. What a long throw. Verrett's beaten at his near post, and he's getting a high five with the fans. Jackie Long throw head in his hands.
He's shaking his head, but let's be honest, they've got bigger, stronger defenders. Well, players in the air than we have. And it were always going to happen. Is that an own goal? I think that's a Jackie Long throw on goal. It is as well. That's why Eddie's head in his hands.
Yeah, it is a Jackie Long throw on goal. It's pressure from Clark, but it's the Jackie Long throw header. And I mean, Verrips has got no chance with that.
No, I don't think he has either.
No one. You know what, Scott? Why is no one surprised? They've done it every single time. It's a Rory Delap special, and we haven't been wise enough to it. Although I've got to say, what can you do when your own player heads it in? Maybe Ben Davies introduction at half-time?
Yeah, maybe. But what you can say is that's the first goal that we've scored this season. Oh, Billy Sharp's away. What a ball.
It's a great pass. Is he onside? Did he to make it 1-1? And he's missed.
He's missed it. He's actually missed it. What a miss that is.
You don't get chances like that at this level.
What a ball from Billy Sharp.
Great ball. He's got to score.
He's
proper
that's
missed that.
Miles wide. And do you know what? He had so much room to aim at.
I mean, pretty much.
So much room.
He could have gone either side as well of the keeper.
Do you know what it is?
He's not even hit the target.
Do you want me to tell you what that is? That was the last game against Swansea when he went one-on-one and the keeper saved it. I think that's in his head. And he's like, I need to make sure I put it further away from the goalkeeper. And he's put it wide.
It also reminds me of Brighton away in the ninth place season. Gilt edge chance. Just an opportunity there that you can't miss those. You've got to at least hit the target. Give the keeper something to do. Great play from Osborne, but that ball takes a nasty ricochet and a deflection. The Blades are going to have to start all over again. It's not going to be easy. At the Hawthorns, going 1-0 down. I got a horrible feeling that this could be a long night, and we'll do our very best to entertain you, as we always do. These watch-alongs do make the Sky games bearable, because they're almost always, apart from Everton and Man United, they're almost always really, really bad.
Yeah, and they're showing it again. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
He's got no one around him either. He's all on his own.
You've got to hit the target. I can accept a keeper saving that. I can accept that, but I cannot accept you missing the target from closer than you'd take a penalty. It's a professional sport.
And he's a striker.
And he's better than that. Ditsy is a good player. He's not had a good start to the season, but he is a good footballer. We've seen it. He's possibly one of the best free transfers we've ever made.
He's bad in front of goal, though, isn't he? When he's missed a few chances in the last few weeks, that's what happens. He goes on a bad run. We saw that in the first Premier League season. We saw how many good chances he misses when he's got no confidence. When he's full of confidence, like last season, he bangs them in for fun. But he can't seem to score the ones that are the easiest.
Steve York's become my favourite.
Oh, he's always been my favourite, Hal. Get with the programme.
But I haven't read this yet. Here's a fiver to keep your boobs covered. God bless you. So where do we go from here? We should do that as a regular feature. I think we're going to be fine. If you look at the end of season record with Slavisa Jokanovic with Watford and Fulham, it's either the first or the best in the form table. That is pathetic, by the way. We're just seeing a replay here of Didsey, who just puts his finger towards his which player is that? And he just pretends he's he's getting a booking for that.
It's Furlong.
It's Furlong, right? Scouts that can't scout fit players. I'm not sure about that. If you actually know the background of the Vieira thing, Vieira and his agent were really pushing that. They flew over. Yeah. They were the ones saying, he's fit, he's fit. The club then decide, okay, if you want to fly over, you want to put yourself up with your own family in the UK, we will assess you. They did. Their due diligence. And I'm glad we didn't sign a player that wasn't fit. So I'm putting no blame to the club at all. Arranging friendlies. Again, Norwich getting COVID. I don't think that's Sheffield United's fault. No comments in front of goal. Spot on.
Sand had a chance then to just put it through to Didsey, but maybe players.
Water's repeating on you, mate. It's a chance for the Blades on the right-hand side.
It's definitely not the water.
It's definitely not the water.
Do you know what I've noticed? That in the first 3 games of this season, referees are given nowhere near kind of like the fouls that are given in the Premier League. Nowhere near.
So Didsey's annoyed there because Furlong leans in for no reason when the ball's already gone out and he's close to getting that knee in the face. And Didsey shouldn't have put his finger in his mouth. It's a bit gross. Anyway, a chance.
What are we doing?
We're going backwards. The Blades with an opportunity to whip the ball into the box, but instead they go back and then whip the ball into the box. Berger does really well to win that. Here's a chance with a shot, and it's blocked. Again, really good positioning. West Brom, they've got so many bodies back, and they are winning at the moment, the 50-50s. Callum Robinson takes Chris Basham for a burger and then plays a nice ball over the top, which is a header you want to lose there.
George.
He did brilliantly because he won it and then gets it back and a chance to take his man on and beat him. Referee says foul. I'm not sure I was perhaps sure I agree with that. Is he saying Billy Sharp's fouled his man? Is Hal outside? It feels like that, Rich. It feels like not only am I outside, but I'm haunted.
Yeah, it does. Also, it feels like you've got a kind of Steve Florida Blade background going on with the palm trees outside.
If you don't know the reference, do subscribe to the channel and watch Fans React. Now, this is Sharp who gets clearly fouled by Townsend.
It's definitely not Sharp. It's definitely not Sharp. What? He's gone down like he's been fouled?
Well, no one's fouled anyone there. They're just coming together.
If anything, Billy Sharp's got fouled.
Yes, if anything, yes. Yeah. And I agree with that. Luke, this ref is a whole new level of poor. You know, you've never seen so many Lukes, have you, Nick?
No, but the thing is, you can say that the referee's been poor, but I think it's just that we're used to getting a free kick every time we go down. Like that's what happens in the Premier League, like I was just saying. I think he's just playing on right now. And yeah, maybe there, 2 players went down, just get back up. Like they weren't that much in that. And they're both up, smiling and laughing away. But yeah, I just feel like every time we go down, we get nothing. So maybe
possibly
used to going down and getting a free kick.
Possibly the ref thought it was a head injury. Just checking they were all right. Drop ball, on we go. 32-54. Big shout to the Community Hub too. Hi, Nick and Hal. Hope you well, chaps. Love the channel, Russ. Good old
Thanks, Russ. Top good man, Russ.
33-05 is West Brom 1, Sheffield United 0. They scored from a throw-in. And really disappointing because it was warning signs 3 times prior to that from both sides as well, left and right. Their wing-backs, we talked about in pre-game, bombing forward, but we expect them to bomb forward in crossing positions. It's actually been that they're both wing-backs, Nick, and how rare is this? Have a long throw on them.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Nick, you can do this one. This is a great one.
Okay. Jam Woody, much love from Portsmouth. Hal and Nick, I was on the anthem. I was on the anthem mix-up. Nick did. Hey?
Well, you must know, Nick. You did it. What was your anthem mix-up? Can you spit a few bars from what that was, please?
I don't actually know what you mean, Jam Woody.
He's given £5, so you do know.
Yeah. Who do we sub at?
For £5, Nick will remember anything.
Let me try and think. The anthem mix-up?
For the right fee, Nick will remember anything he was or wasn't involved in.
I really don't know what that is, but
well,
I'm sure I will do.
Welcome to Jamrock. Thank you very much for the £5 English pounds. You guys have been brilliant. I asked if you could help support the channel. You have. That's a good pass into Billy Sharp. He's not able to hold it up, and that really is what he is in the team for tonight. Slightly disappointing there. Nick, it's been a bad start. Talk me through the first 35 minutes.
It's been mostly West Brom. We're just getting done every time a ball is flung into the box. And really, other than Didsey missing a gilt-edge one-on-one, we haven't created too much. It's been quite disappointing for us going forward, but I think we expected that before the game. But yeah, West Brom's definitely dominated, and they've looked like they're going to score every time they get the ball in the box. And they've scored 3 times, actually, haven't they? So if you've not been watching, West Brom are 1-0 up, but they also scored 2 goals before that. Both chalked off, were one for offside, one for offside. 2 for offside, both Callum Robinson. And they both were offside, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it should have really given us a kick up the backside, shouldn't it?
Barrett makes a great point. Where is the midfield? I did say pre-match, I think the midfield is going to be bypassed today because West Brom play a lot of long ball. And whilst it hasn't quite been huge long ball all the time, they have played a lot of it. And for that very reason, both midfields aren't getting involved. And our midfield looks completely invisible at the moment. It's really quite disappointing because we needed our midfield, particularly Sander, to have a big game after a poor performance away at Swansea. I was about to say the Vetchfield, but of course it's not called that anymore. It's the Liberty Stadium, isn't it? In new money.
Not even that.
It's the Swansea.com. Anyway,
forward slash. God knows. God knows.
It's easier to remember that name than it is to give us money on this channel by the sounds of it. But if you would like to do super chat, that would be greatly appreciated. Ball played forward to, again, Billy Sharp not able to hold it up. He took it on his chest, but then Connor Townsend was there to nick it away. I'm not having a go at Billy at all. I think that was drilled right into his... He's got a fairly ample chest, actually. And I have to say, I'm quite surprised Ollie Burke has started the games he did start and then didn't start the game where he'd definitely be the most up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just really frustrating. Do you know what? I think that the fact that we've had 3 very, very difficult games at the start of the season does not help. I'm not saying that we can use that as an excuse, but Birmingham, big, strong team. I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I. It's just funny.
Birmingham, big, strong team. We weren't ready for that game. I'll get my point out eventually. And then the other 2 games, we played against 2 very good teams. Anyway, that's it. That's done. You can talk now, Hal. You can talk now. So
when something amuses you can't hold it in. Grant claiming that he was fouled. He wasn't. Number 18, Robinson, having a cheeky word with him. It's been really disappointing. Nick summed it up very well when I asked him for that 35-minute kind of appraisal of the game. It is 3 times that West Brom have scored. We're not still playing Swansea. If we were still playing Swansea, we would have looked as likely to score. But they deserve this lead, and really it could have been more. And I'm starting to get concerned for this game, not for the whole season. Like I say, I do think we'll be absolutely fine. It's going to take a while. Let's get the new players in. Let's let them gel, and it might be revolution for the evolution.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried because I don't think we kick. Oh my God, another good ball into the box, flicked on, and it looks like that's gone out for a goal kick. Callum Robinson's not happy about that. But yeah, another ball in. I really like those, but not to defend against, but I really like those balls when they clipped into the front post and a big bloke gets to flick on. I really like those because they seem to work a lot, and you don't see it too much. I was thinking for a second there that Jack Robinson flicked that on, so I think Jack Robinson just wants to play for West Brom.
See, Jack's being nice. He was saying you look concerned. That's all. Overheard today, Slav will be out by Christmas. Sir Chris will be back.
Oh, I can't listen to that. We need to move on, guys. We need to move on.
If you gave me Chris Wilder coming back by Christmas, I'd bite your hand off. Just saying it.
Hal.
Don't judge me. I love Chris Wilder. Right. Connor Townsend plays that ball forward. Here's a chance for West Brom. We'll not come back to that. Ball crossed in. That's a really good one as well. On his right foot, it's going to drop on the edge of the box. I fancy a long shot here, which is high, wide, and not very handsome. Verrips always had that covered. It was Alex Mowat, the former Barnsley boy and Leeds player, who skied that over the bar.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought it took a deflection. Just obviously a really, really poor shot. I thought that'd come off Norwood, but no, really poor. We'll take them all day long.
Absolutely, yes. Just some interesting comments that I'm reading at the moment that are sort of amusing. Yes, Hal about to be kicked off the channel. Simon, I just loved this one. Right. Ball played forward. Here's Callum Robinson, can he get that ball through? Yes, he can. He's done really well, actually, with the pass, but so has George Baldock. He was just stronger there, George Baldock. He is quite an aggressive player. Gorgeous George. He loves a shoulder barge, Nick.
Yeah, he loves it. I love watching George Baldock defend because it leaves it all out on the pitch, doesn't it? He's quality.
Another ball thrown in. This time, it's not got the accuracy from Connor Townsend that was looking for as we approach the 41st minute. We're on 40. And Nick has the cushion over the face. It says it all. It is a corner, as that did take a deflection, and it's from the left-hand side. West Bromwich Albion on 40:04 with a chance again to deliver a dangerous ball. We have had shocking set pieces all season and largely last season. West Brom have shown what can be done on a training pitch. I mean, I always think throwing a ball with your hands is easier than kicking it, and there's no excuse for not taking good throw-ins. And we never take good throw-ins. Our throw-ins are always lazy.
We don't take throw-ins. We don't take long throw-ins. We take short ones every time. And
that's a great ball across.
Nearly another goal. Very, very nearly another goal.
Carl Bartley did the thing you shouldn't really do. He headed it to the far post. If you can head it back towards whence it came, you're more likely to score. Did well, though. Got up, leapt like the proverbial salmon, but not able to put that in the back of the net and actually finished it like Connor Salmon.
He did. And Verrips was a bit like a fish out of water there, wasn't he? Flapping around, trying to get towards the ball.
Rich says, Nick, would Rammers have saved the goal? You can answer that.
I read that wrong. I thought he said Rammers would have saved that. No, definitely not. 100% not. We both said that he didn't have a chance, didn't we?
Yeah, he wouldn't have saved it. I mean, when it comes off a
Dean
player,
Henderson might have done.
Stop it. When it comes off a player, you're not expecting it to. I think that's even harder. He'd looked at Jackie Longthrow in front of him and gone, right, Jackie's gone up, he's going to clear. Oh, no, he's not. The Blades messing about a little bit at the back here with a chance to get it clear, but dilly-dallying and then going backwards again. Back to Verrips. You knew that ball was going back to Verrips, and the poor bloke just has to clear any way he can. And he's quite lucky there with that rather agricultural pass forward. They do like a long ball, I said, but that one not finding its accuracy. And it will go out for a goal kick, and Slavica Jokanovic looks the same as he does, I'd imagine, if we were winning 4-0.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I've ever seen him smile in my lifetime. Anyway, he might have smiled as a child, but not as an adult. No, he doesn't seem like one of those blokes.
Vinnie Jones did take good throw-ins. I did an interview with Vinnie Jones. It's on my podcast, Once Upon a Time on the Pitch. Please do subscribe.
Who's the best ever thrower of a ball, like kind of direct into the box? Do we think it's Lee Bromby?
Oh, for the Blades?
Lee
Bromby was very good at it. Michael Brown actually had a long throw on him, which we didn't utilise enough.
Michael Brown?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I've never seen him take a throw in.
I'm trying to think.
Are you sure you don't mean Rob Kozluk?
Cozzy had a long throw. Cozzy definitely had a long throw.
Greg Halford.
Yes, Greg Halford was the one I was trying to think of. How could I forget that surname? I'm called Hal because I was conceived in Halford's car park.
Here he goes. Ozzy's going down the wing. Get a good ball into the box, Ozzy.
It's not bad. Didsey, get that shot in on the right foot. He's not fouled. Get up, Didsey. Oh, he's like a newborn baby deer there. Just all legs. Unfortunately, I think he was just sandwiched out of that. Just too many bodies. Paolo, hairdryer treatment required at half-time. I love Slav's optimism, but there has to be a time when screaming at is required. We don't know, to be fair, Paolo, what he's done at half-time in every game. He might be constant hairdryer. Who, honestly?
Who keeps going to your door?
Who's coming?
Girl Scouts at this time.
Hang on one second, I need to shout.
Oh, he's muted himself. I wanted to see what he said. What did he say? He's got a big smile on his face anyway. But yeah, hairdryer treatment. I think the thing is, looking at Slav, he looks like a guy that wants to bellow and shout at people. But long ball into the box for us this time. And it looks like it's gone out for a Blades corner. That's what we like to see. A big Jackie Long throw. That's what we want to see. But going back to what I was saying about Slav, it looks like someone who gives them one at half time, but it might not be. You don't know. It might be very quiet. It might be very kind of, you need to do this, you do this, rather than the old Warnock shouting and bellowing. So we just don't know. Anyway, ball's going to come into the box now. Ball's in the box.
It's not bad.
Kyle Bartley's going to win that all day long. Go on, Sanderberg.
There it is. It's infectious. Oh, it's not a terrible delivery. and it will roll out. Please? That's a corner, surely.
I think, yeah, it is, yeah. But Sander Berger's down. He's not enjoying Championship football, is he, Sander? You can tell. He gets smashed every time. That is a foul. That is a 100% foul, that.
But it's the same, isn't it? A free kick from the corner flag or a corner from the corner flag. I mean,
yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point. It's right in front of the linesman's face.
Would you give a booking for that?
Possibly. He's flown through him after he's tried to cross the ball. That's a poor decision, a very poor decision.
We could get something we don't deserve. Bang on half-time. We're on 55 on the nose. And it's a header that will be won by John Egan, who's in frustration, pushes, I think it's Livermore, out of the way. He's just said, I don't want you near me.
That is a lovely thing to say. Thank you, Jack. Really appreciate that. It's the thing is, since we've started doing these, we've not had a lot to shout about either, have we, Hal? It's been really depressing.
No, it's been awful. We've needed this as much as anything. And some of the messages we've been sent privately about how it has helped people, with their mental health, it's made it all worthwhile.
Yeah. It really has, mate. It really has. But we just want something to shout about. We really do. Even if we might have to endure a few more games of these, but Huddersfield at home, we've got to win it. It's a must-win now for me.
We're there. Really and if we score, Nick and I are on the pitch, and then we'll have to do watch-alongs because we'll be banned.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That'll be rather annoying. Right, we're at half-time.
Jeez, that was quick, Adam Blade.
We are at half-time. There's the proof. And we have to say that has been tough. That has not been an enjoyable watch by any stretch of the imagination. Let's get the opinions of Statsman Adam.
Evening. Another depressing first half display. Terrible, isn't it?
You going to come in here and cheer us up then, Adam?
I was here on time. I was quicker than Michael Verrips conceding an offside goal.
There we go. That's why he's the man. Okay, so let's get serious. We need to talk about, I think, what everyone's thinking at half-time, which is Kyle Bartley's beard or my beard.
Yours every day, Hal.
That's wonderful. Now let's also talk about the next most pressing thing, the 100. Which team are you supporting in the final?
Trent Rockets.
I'm going Trent Rockets as well. Will Joe Root be involved?
Doubt it.
I doubt it. And
Nick, can I just get involved and ask an actual footballing question?
No, tell us your 100 team, and then we'll just talk football. Who are you supporting in the final?
I don't even know who's in Birmingham.
You're supporting Birmingham Phoenix, aren't you? Because of Liam.
Yeah, big Liam Livingston.
It was a pleasure to be there last night to see that 92 not out. Headingley just wasn't big enough. It was tremendous.
Headingley
was a great
is
night
not big enough for Adam. One man who wants to talk cricket and nothing else is Robert. Robert, just before we talk football, honestly, I'll just ask you this quickly. Who's been the player that's impressed you the most in the 100 in the women's tournament?
Honestly, I had to quickly Google it to figure out if it was actually cricket, because that's what I thought it was when Adam starts talking, but I wasn't sure.
No, we're not going to talk about that. Adam, we'll bring Robert in a second, but genuinely, Adam, your thoughts on that first half?
It's terrible. I mean, we've gilt-edged chance from McGoldrick put wide. I mean, you got to hit the target. He put it a yard wide. I got excited because it hit the post sort of behind the goal. So I thought it was in at first. So I was like, yes. And then I realised that he put it wide when I saw McGoldrick thumping the ground. Shows how bad my eyes are lately. And they just look all over the place. I mean, West Brom, every throw that comes in, you're fearful that Verrips is going to be picking out the back of his net. They just cannot handle it. They don't seem to know how to do it. The midfield is non-existent. Fleck, Sander Berge, I'm going to roll with that as well now. And Norwood. I mean, Norwood's got to come off at half-time, and Luke Freeman, Freezy, he's got to come on. He's got to play Luke Freeman.
The one hand you giveth and the one hand you taketh.
Absolutely. Balanced views here, That's what you get at the Sheffield United way, balanced views.
I need to ask you a question, Adam, and you might have to go away and do some research on this, but as you are our stat man, when was the last time Sheffield United didn't score a goal in their first 3 games of the season?
Last season, wasn't it?
Was it last season?
Wasn't the Arsenal game the 4th game of the season? Could be wrong.
It could be. I thought that was the 3rd. You could be right there. Could be
I
right.
could be wrong. I mean, put on the spot. Thanks for not giving me a heads up on that one. Under
I only
pressure,
just thought
stat man.
of it. Yeah, exactly. That's where you thrive, though, isn't it?
It is, but no, I'd have to check. But they don't look like scoring. That's the worry. Is that when they get in, you haven't got confidence they're going to take the chances. So surely they've got to bring Brewster on at half-time, and they've got to bring Luke Freeman on.
I can confirm, by the way, Adam was right.
Last season. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Well done,
Yes,
Adam. On the spot.
Yeah, the 3rd game was Leeds, wasn't it?
2-1.
Yeah, that's it. That's
No,
2-1 Arsenal is the first one that was scored.
I was going to say.
Leeds is the 3rd one. 2-1.
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say 2-1 Arsenal game, but I, for some reason, stopped speaking.
Yeah, but what I meant, Adam, was when was the last time before last season that happened?
Oh, it'd be a long time ago.
Yeah,
A very, very long time ago.
Give him a break, Nick. He's answered the question.
It'd be pre-Statman days. I'd go as far as to say that it's at least 30 years ago. At least.
I didn't get the answer I wanted. Go further back.
No, but what I'm trying to say is we're in a league where we should be one of the teams challenging for the kind of top 6, you would say, and we haven't scored in the first 3 matches. At least in the Premier League, we weren't supposed to be kind of challenging up towards the top. It's a little bit embarrassing for me that we haven't scored a goal in the first 3 games up to now.
Russell, what's with this long ball? West Bromwich Albion's tactics have dictated that we're playing a similar way, and I do not like it. Robert, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the long ball's not going to work. We've had the one chance. Obviously, Didsy missed it. But anything in the air, we have not only from set pieces, but from open play have not looked like we're going to win headers today. Any balls that we have won have been because Billy Sharp has boxed out his man and taken it down on his chest. He hasn't been able to get up for any balls. So if you want to win the header game, and if that's what this game is going to turn into, you have to turn to McBurney. He's the only guy who can play forward and win a header. Now, I don't think that's how I want this game to go. I don't think I want to rely on Ollie McBurney. But that's the direction this game is going. I know folks have said bring Brewster on. I think he has a goal in him. I think he's probably one of our better chances of we get a ball in front of the goal. Who's going to score it? It's probably going to be Brewster. But I don't think we're going to get that ball in front of the goal anymore. Because West Brom can just sit back at any point they want to in this game and say, nope, we're done. And they've got the defense, the height, the skill to just lock it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Bang on there. Do we think that who do we think would have taken that chance that Didsy had? Sharp, obviously. Brewster, possibly as well.
Mm-hmm. I'd have not said Ollie Burke. McBurney could have. Not, there's a chance. I don't know if again how that would have turned out, but yeah, it's just Didsy. I would have said last season Didsy would have scored that. So that's the issue. Is he looks like Didsy of 2 seasons ago now, where he's not going to score at all. Versus, it's every other thing right now with him. So
it is. It's every other season. Yes, absolutely. I used to have a Championship manager striker like that. Adam, what changes are you making at halftime if you're Slav?
So I would bring Freeman on for Norwood. I would bring Brewster on probably for, not be popular, but possibly for Sharp, and even McBurney for McGoldrick. But I'd also like to see Bogle come on. We haven't got enough subs. That's the problem. You could substitute. You could substitute 8 of them, really.
All right.
I mean,
can we get Wayne Allison on?
Chief.
Yeah, get the Chief on. But we need stacking to show there is space behind that McGoldrick chance. It just fell the wrong way around. Like I said, if it had been Didsy playing that through to Sharp, it was 1-1. Without a shadow of a doubt. Or at least Johnson would be pulling off some save. Billy Sharp would not have put that one wide. It was just unfortunate that the half chance Sharp had it when it hit his knee. He didn't get that under control, because you get in front, it's a different game. But the concern is...
Go on, finish your thought, and then I'll bring this up.
The concern is now that I don't see us scoring 2. That's the worry. I don't see us scoring 1, to be quite honest, but scoring 2. There was a time when you watched Sheffield United, they went 1-0 down, in the Championship, and you think, we're not out of this, we can come back into this. There was optimism in the first game of the season against Birmingham. I said on the watch-along, we're 1 down, I'm not worried unless we get to 80 minutes. Now I am worried. You go 1-0 down and they just look devoid of any confidence, and it's almost like this could peter out to a 1-0 defeat. It's more likely to be 2-3-0 West Brom than it is 1-0.
So one of the comments was talking about new manager, nothing changes. Actually, the end of last season, we finished very strong. So it isn't the case that the losing mentality has continued, because we actually won a few games, didn't we, towards the end? And we'd started to look like things were okay. I mean, that Everton display was really encouraging. That Burnley win was very, very impressive. Daniel Jebison was looking quite an exciting prospect. He's nowhere near the first team for some reason. I mean, Robert, do you think that there's anything to be said that actually if we had just carried on with, I'm not saying if we just kept Heckingbottom, because I don't want to get the grief that I might get for that, but there was something to be said for the fact that we were actually on a bit of a run.
Yeah, and that could have been the teams we were playing were kind of out of it too, right at the end. Yeah, there was nothing really to play for. We were down and out. Maybe people wrote us off and didn't put their best foot forward against us. But yeah, there's also okay, if we're going to get relegated, if we're going to go to the Championship, I want to prove to the next manager, whoever that is at the time, because we didn't know, I want to prove to him that I deserve a spot on this roster and I want to go out and like win that league. And so that's what it looked like. Now, I think it's just it's a matter of a slow start, getting used to a new tactic. At least this game, we're in a familiar shape. But if tactically it's different, there's no overlapping, as Basham said in one of his interviews. He said that's new. Like, he hasn't played in a 4. He hasn't played without the overlapping for so long. I think that's in a lot of players' heads right now. Is just not familiar with how Slavisa wants to play. And so that's going to be something, hopefully within a few games we'll get it. Hopefully weaker opponents like Huddersfield might be a chance for us to go out and build some confidence back up. The League Cup is another way to do that as well. Obviously we got a win there, got a goal. So I'm hopeful that this is not a continuing trend like it was last year, where we don't win for months.
I really, really hope for that. Great to see you, Average Jack, in the stream. Nick, I know you'll agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. Did you see what he just said? We just popped it up on screen. He said about Slav always starting slow, and we have mentioned that quite a few times, haven't we, Hal, on lots and lots of different streams. It just feels like he doesn't really know what system to play, what players to play, and he's going to keep changing it, and hopefully at some point something's going to click. But right now, I don't think anything's clicked this season.
I know. And you know what? I know we're not talking about keeping Heckingbottom. We're not talking about keeping Heckingbottom. I can't repeat that enough. But, he wouldn't be trying loads of different systems right now. I'm just saying that. So, Adam, Chef Paul says, has Verips done enough for you guys, or do we still need to buy a number 1? What do you expect? New keeper comes in?
I think he's going to look to get a new keeper in. I think Verips deserves a chance. He did well out on loan in Holland last year. So I think he definitely deserves an opportunity. It depends who they bring in, because League One, where's a sub? He's not going to cut it. If anything happens to Verips, then we're in a mess, or we're going into to the youngsters. I think he does need to bring another goalkeeper in, and a communicating goalkeeper, someone who can communicate with the back 3, 4, or 5, whatever formation he decides to go with, because you need a vocal goalkeeper. You need someone who can communicate and save goals by getting people in the right position and not being afraid to have them go. Look at the good goalkeepers that we've had. They're strong communicators.
We need to do a Manscaped message, Nick. Have you got your collection of goodies to hand, my friend?
Yes, I do, mate.
Oh, brilliant. Well, if you thought the summer of football was fun, footy very much back, footy. And our friends at Manscaped are here with a masterclass to get you ready for the new season. They are the leaders in men's grooming. They've done it again. They've launched their 4th generation. You heard me right, Robert. 4th generation performance package, included in their new Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, as now modelled by my very beautiful and, as he mentioned himself, voluptuous assistant, Ingrid Nick, who will not, he has promised, perform a live demonstration on the stream. But you can join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with their new Performance Package 4.0 by going to manscaped.com for 20% off. That's right, Adam. 20% off. Tell you what, if you've got something coming up, if you're Australian, Father's Day, say, Dad, here's something to trim your pubes. If it's your dad's birthday, something like that. I mean, that's a conversation you have with your father. There's nothing wrong with that. Go to manscaped.com. Go to manscaped.com for 20% off. That's right, Nick. I said 20% off. And free shipping with the code, Nick.
TSUW. What does that stand for, Adam?
The Chef United Way.
Oh, listen to that. Now,
And
you know what?
I got it right. I got it right.
Robert, have you ever tried? I mean, have you heard the anecdotes that I've heard? Fellas that will trim them with scissors in 2021. Scissors, Robert.
I mean, it's
near the nether regions. Scissors.
No, it's dangerous. They're playing a dangerous game, to quote a pretty good musical by an American about Americans and overthrowing the British and all that jazz. So,
yeah. I mean, maybe not the time for that. Thanks again to our American sponsors. Yes, Nick.
What else do you get?
You also get ball deodorant. That is a deodorant that will make you smell nice, which I think we can all be honest with. That's something quite handy. It's called Crop Reviver Ball Toner for that halftime ball check. Also, they've thrown in 2 free gifts: the Performance Package 4.0, the boxers, and the Shed Travel Bag. My personal favourite thing, Nick, is the Weed Whacker, which the Performance Package 4.0. So you're not just getting the old 4.0 lawnmower, the new lawnmower. You're also getting the Weed Whacker to chop the worst weeds up of your nose and ear. No one wants nose and ear hair. I mean, I read a stat that said, and I made this up, that 93% of women are turned off on a first date by a man who's got a hairy nose. Now,
it might have been a good idea to say the bit after. But it doesn't
you need to get yourself you need to get yourself the Weed Whacker. It's all part of the same package. Adam, you excited about this package 4.0?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Woof. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code, Robert, TSUW, which is for
the Chef United Way.
Lads, thank you very much. We are back underway for the second half. Robert, Adam, all the very best. Enjoy the second half, lads.
Cheers.
Up the blades.
Up the blades. Right, we're on 45-24. If you want to get bang on with us, you can, of course, pause us. You can pause your Twitch. You can pause your Facebook, YouTube, and you can get level with us and join us for this second half. At the moment, it's the ball played through, and I think that was an offside there. Johnson comes out and collects it quite comfortably.
It looks like he collects it outside his box.
It did, but that's because of the offside, thankfully. Billy Sharp will take that. There we go. Let's get. Do you want us bigger or do you want us smaller? What are you up to? That's all right like that, isn't it? It looks quite good.
Yeah, that's better. The only reason why I make it smaller is when there's 4 people on the screen and everyone's got like that much of head. Nobody wants that much of head, do they, Hal?
Well, if it's my birthday. Right. 46.
I hope your dad's still watching.
He'd made the joke if I didn't. We're on 46.20, and thanks again to our sponsors, Manscaped. 46.25 now. Hi, Nick. Oh, no,
hi,
none
Jeff.
taken. None taken. Corner to West Bromwich Albion. Verips, is he going to be nervy, Nick, after the others?
Well, mate, are we going to concede another goal within a minute of the start of the game? Start of the half?
Oh, he's flapped on it. He's flapped big time, and it's 2-0. Oh, it's horrific goalkeeping. It's the last thing we wanted. Oh, it's the worst possible start. Verips. Oh, my goodness me. He had it in his hands.
Said that, then.
He's going to be gutted. He needed a good performance. He needed a big performance to stake his claim. He now knows that's it. We're going to bring another keeper in, and he's blown his chance. And I feel so sorry for him.
Are we going to bring a keeper in the next 3 days, though?
We'll get someone on loan, I think. Oh, he's come for it. He's claimed it.
The second one, he should have claimed the second one at least.
Can I do a Max and Paddy? He's brought it and he's dropped it. God damn it, that's awful. It's just terrible goalkeeping. It's a real mess. The 2 goals he've conceded have been absolutely amateur hour, proper sloppy, proper shocking. He's come for it to punch, and he hasn't punched. He's just put his hand up. What is he doing?
How has he not claimed that second? I can see the first one getting his
But
fingertips
you're right.
on it, but then it drops to his hands, and then he just somehow just knocks it around. Like, oh, this is the first time we've conceded 2 goals this season as well. Could get
And
worse.
it's no more than West Brom deserve. If you're going to play football like that, like you've never played football before, you deserve what's coming to you. It's not a Lee Baxter quiet performance, but I feel really sorry for him because he's waited for what, 3 years for his chance.
Yep.
He got
and he's thrown it away.
He's literally thrown it away. He got what, 15 minutes against AFC Fylde, bit of leg, and got injured quite badly as well. And this is a joke. We're not going to score 3 goals. I wanted this to be famous last words. Clip this. We are not going to score 3 goals and win the second half.
Is Callum Robinson not offside there?
He looked offside. I thought he was about to blow. He's actually going to get a shot away. Not good defending. He's going to get a chance again. That could be a penalty. The fans appeal for a penalty. Never a penalty for me.
Right, we need to just wake up here because they're messing about with ball. What are they doing here? Just get rid of it.
God, it's messy. It's really sloppy.
And then they play it back to Verip's left foot. Yeah, because he had already just made a mistake and he's nervy. Let's pass it back to his wrong foot.
It's not good.
What's going on?
It's bordering on, I don't want to use the term, but our good friend Drew has said what I might have been thinking.
This is an absolute joke.
Where's Sal?
I don't know why are they even showing that again? As if that was even a penalty. Get a grip, Sky Sports.
Maybe Verrips can redeem himself and pull off some great saves. Maybe they get a penalty and he saves it because I really feel for him. I really do. He might be nervous. We've all been in that situation where it's your chance to prove yourself. He knows his whole career is on the line tonight. He might just be...
I'm not going against him here. All I'm saying is that he could have another brilliant... Well, he could have a brilliant second half here after that. But if we don't score 2 goals, we've lost this game because of him. And everyone's going to remember that. Remember any good saves that he makes. They'll remember him fumbling that second goal.
If you have just joined us, we haven't made any changes at halftime. I think a lot of you suggested in the chat that if we don't make any changes at halftime, we're asking for it. And I think you've been proven right. That's a really shocking pass from Gorgeous George. He gets a bit of a break there because it was quite a heavy touch from Townsend, and it will ricochet to Ollie Norwood, who finds John Fleck, who plays a dreadful pass. He not only telegraphed that, but it was too soft. And here's a chance for West Bromwich Albion on the right-hand side with Dina Nagana, who himself plays a poor ball, but actually we'll get that back and lets it run out. Yeah, it was good. Good defending from Super John Egan. He will never let you down.
Well, no, I feel sorry for Egan and Basham, really, because Egan and Basham are just brilliant for us. It's the rest of the players that are messing about.
Alan, that was his fault. That was Verip's fault. We are trying to support him as well, and you've heard me say I really want him to do well and I feel for him, but you cannot say anything other than Verip's was completely culpable. Yeah,
we're blaming the goalkeeper because it was his fault. Like, you can't have a go at anyone else for that specific moment.
We're not reactionary. We want nothing more than Sheffield United to win every game and succeed, and we want the players representing us to succeed. I really wanted Verrips to have a cracking game tonight, but that was his fault.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the thing is, I'd like to see Ben Davies come on, have a good second half, and then start the next game. But the thing is, he won't come on now because we need to bring on attacking players to score us some goals. So when does Ben Davies get his start? I don't know.
He'll probably start against Huddersfield. Maybe another argument could be don't bring him into this car crash of a game.
Possibly, yeah. Good point. Jack Robinson with a known goal as well. Maybe that'll... maybe he'll be... Oh, for God's
sake.
Verrips
with a shocking pass out to Townsend. A chance for him to build something from this left-hand side. He's taken a heavy touch himself that does superbly to get across, and he dug that out. And it's good defending from the Blades, but really messy at the back. We've been our own worst enemy, as Nick quite rightly says. The 2 goals have been entirely avoidable. Slavici Kanovic might be thinking, I've never managed a team like this, who shoot themselves in their own feet quite so readily.
I know, we did that all last season, didn't we? How many times did we shoot ourselves in the foot last season?
Absolutely. After 2 games, we had no feet left.
No, we didn't. No.
Is Ramsdale any good? Stephen, I'd imagine you are a gooner. Then yes, you've got yourself a very, very good goalkeeper, and hope you treat him well.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you take that one. And West Brom are through again, 1-on-1. 3-0. Embarrassing, mate. That is embarrassing. 1-on-1, easy ball through.
I'm
easy
worried.
Finish.
This is the first time I'm going to say it now. I'm really worried because we look worse than we did in the Premier League. And we're playing poorer teams. We absolutely battered West Brom in the Premier League. And I know we lost 1-0, but we battered them both times. And this is the same players. We look so far off that. Their team's roughly the same. They're worse because they haven't got Pereira. And our team's like the same. What is going on?
Ollie Norwood just didn't follow that man through the middle there. He headed that, then Egan came out for it. Ollie Norwood needs to get back in straight away, and he's watched him run past him, and he didn't even attempt to go for him. Oh, it's embarrassing, mate. That is so easy. Such an easy through ball, and that's gone straight through Verrips there. Just watch this.
Bad. It's a mess. It's a real mess.
He's not made himself a big wall there. He's gone like that.
He's turned, hasn't he?
So that is your body. That's how you stop a ball. That's how you make yourself big. And he's turned and he's made himself that big.
It's true. I'm not a keeper. Hey, I'm the least brave person in the world, but I know if you stand up and take one possibly in the face, it's a bigger mass to try and beat. Probably goalkeeping 101. This is a nightmare. I have to say, this is like from the minute we heard the very first words of the coronavirus, everything has gone wrong for Sheffield United. We were on the cusp of Europe. And then I know it's a huge coincidence, but everything has gone wrong from the very first moment I heard about that, straight after the Norwich game. It's all I was hearing about. And nothing has gone right. And it's actually been awful because we need to be lifted with our escape, which is our football, when the world has been in turmoil. And our football team have not assisted us at all.
Oh, here we go. To add insult to injury, Ollie Burke's coming on.
It's free fall.
Why are you not bringing Brewster on or Bogle on or Freeman on? Why? They'd be my three to come on. Oh, Big Bernie as well.
Well, they're bringing on Matt Phillips, who scored 5 goals in 6 games during a loan spell at Sheffield United from Blackpool, a player I know we all wanted us to sign. And there goes Dean Nagana. On comes Matt Phillips, number 10. Decent player.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Have they still got the only player called Hal? Have they still got Hal Robson-Kanu?
I don't think so. I don't know. He was at the Euros, weren't he? He was doing some commentary at the Euros.
If there's any Baggies fans, I know Baggies have got their own YouTube channels that do watch-alongs, but I mean, they're not very good. If there are any Baggies in here, do let us know if Hal Robson-Kanu is still at West Brom, because I feel like he is. But yeah, it's awful. We need this. We needed a win. We needed a good performance, Nick.
Yeah, we did. And you know what? At least we can start having fun on this watch-along now, because we're dead and buried. We know there's no way we're coming back into this. So,
like the Arsenal watch-along all over again, the most fun we've ever had whilst losing.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think this was going to happen this season. I didn't think we'd lose by 3 goals this season.
It's a good little touch from Sander Berge trying to do a Dennis Bergkamp, but not quite.
But mate, Sander Berge is a 20-odd million pound player, or at least he's got to be showing us more in this game.
Hal Robson-Kanu has left. Sign him up. I can't tell you how great it would be as a Hal to have Hal Robson-Kanu. Yep, Didsy off, Bernie on, Sharp off, and Ollie Burke on. Those are your changes. We're at 56.40 to give you a time check. 56.40. Get us level once, and hopefully you shouldn't have to do it again. If you're watching on a stream, ESPN, wherever, you can pause us. People think because we're live you can't. You can pause us. John Egan will now take the captain's armband. And Ollie Burke, I think it might be a formation change, Nick. We'll have to try and work that out.
It doesn't look like it to me. It looks like Ollie Burke's gone up front, and McBurney obviously went down to the byline to win the header on. But, oh my God, and nearly another one where we got caught out there.
Do you think, in a way, Slav, he didn't join until, 1st of July? And we're all saying, like, oh, he's bringing the wrong players on. He doesn't know his system. We know Sheffield United inside out, but he's having to learn Sheffield United in a month.
Yeah.
And it's evident. It's absolutely evident. He's doing all the things we already know don't work, but we've been watching them for our lives. And I feel like, I'm not going to have a go at the man. Just again, like Paul Heckingbottom really did know the club inside out and actually had started to turn things around. I'm just saying.
Do you know who else knew the club inside and out?
Yes.
Neil Warnock.
Hey,
Bring Neil Warnock back.
I'm not averse
Bring
to
Kevin
that.
Blackwell.
Okay, now I'm averse to that. Although our statistical record under Kevin Blackwell in the Championship was excellent and actually better than Neil Warnock's. Is it the stats of Rhian Brewster that's just made you do that? Because when you look at him on paper, you go, God, 29 appearances, no goals in the
It's
league.
not just that, though. 8 shots on target in 20-odd games. That's shocking. Ben Davies, don't you think he looks a little bit like Kieran Dowell?
Yes, he does. And of course, Kieran Dowell scored in the Championship last time we were at the Hawthorns in a 1-0 win. We scored after 14 minutes. How times were different. Again, another game where we played superbly. And if you look at the team that played that day, very, very similar to the team out there tonight. It is not the players. It has to be more than that because these are the same players that finished 9th in the Premier League. That's why I'm worried.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Do you still want to go to Luton, by the way?
Yes, we're doing Huddersfield. We're doing Luton. We'll see you there, Blades. If you see us, we don't know any Blades. There's scans. There's more fans on there. I didn't recognise any of them. No, get out! What are you playing at, lads? It's another throw-in. No lessons have been learnt today. Not a single lesson. Another throw-in from the right-hand side. And Callum Robinson, because of course it's Callum Robinson, has scored the simplest goal of his entire career. It's amateur hour.
What is going on, mate? What is going on? Verrip's absolutely nowhere near the ball.
He's not imposing himself, is he? He's got to come and claim that.
He's not in the same postcode as that ball.
Absolutely, take bodies with you. Come out and say, this is mine. Absolutely, you shall not pass. He's just like, no, I don't want to get in the way. You have your header. Really disappointing. It's a throw in from the right-hand side. It's not necessarily normally a dangerous position. Verrip's positioning is dreadful. Is it a foul, potentially, on the keeper?
I think they were looking more at an offside there because Verrip's was in front of Robinson. But no, he's not. It's not even offside.
He could have been offside. He could have 2 players, remember?
I know, but I think Jack Robinson was...
His arm was blocked. Yeah, Verrip's arm was blocked there by Clark.
Who cares, mate? It's 4-0. It was 3-0 before that. Like, we deserve it. We deserve every single goal that's going in against us because we've been crap.
He is offside.
He's not, because Jack...
Is he...
You look at it
I
from
see
angle,
that.
Jack
Yeah,
Robinson
right.
at the top of the screen. They showed a better angle before, and Jack Robinson was further behind him. So it was Robinson and Baldock that were both playing him on.
You're right.
Here we go, Bert. Get onto it.
Johnston. Now that is fantastic positioning from a keeper who we've already praised and who we do like. But is this the worst performance even when we include all of last season?
Could be, but we saw a lot of bad games last season, mate. A lot,
but against better teams.
Yeah, bang on.
This is 4-0 against a team who we battered last time we played them.
Yeah,
in terms of performance. 3 goals in 3 now for Callum Robinson. He's just like starting to make the deal look ridiculous. Verrips with a pass out. Good positioning there from Verrips. And it's a chance to get it cleared and thumped up long. Who else would you aim for with a high ball? But George Baldock, and actually did as well as he could there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Govand.
Nailed it.
For the £1.79. Yeah, it doesn't make us feel any better there. It really doesn't. Lost for words. Scared beyond belief. Absolutely, mate. I think we're all feeling the same right now, aren't we? The thing is, though, people can say, oh, we got the wrong end of the deal with Callum Robinson, blah, blah, blah. If Callum Robinson was in this team, we still wouldn't be creating any chances.
Exactly. He only scored 1 goal against Chelsea. Good goal. But we don't create anything for strikers because we already have 8 strikers and we don't create anything for them. Doesn't matter who you stick up top. You could stick Messi up top. You know, he's going to have to come back and do it himself. And actually, he can. He's very good at football. Here's Verrips with the ball at his feet.
But mate, listen to this, right? So we're struggling to create chances. So what does he do? He takes off 2 strikers and puts 2 strikers on. Like, we're not creating any chances whatsoever. So bring on some creative footballers like Bogle, like Freeman. Just give them a chance.
Spot on. You took the words right out of my mouth. There's
Ben Davies on attacking midfield. He'd probably do a better job.
He's probably thinking, what the hell have I done? I've sat on the bench at Sheffield United when I could have been sat on the bench at Liverpool. Oh, dear.
I know.
There was a foul there on Sander Berger on the halfway line. Sheffield United still have possession, and it's a chance to come forward here and maybe just get a little bit of a consolation goal still keeping that ball, but then it's a poor pass, and then it's a poor pass again. So two teams seemingly not wanting to keep possession of this ball. We're on 62-41. If you are just joining us, you can pause us. You can also get us on Facebook as well as Twitch. If you'd like to be in the super chat to help make this night a little bit less painful for us, that would be wonderful. We are on our own. We don't have our magnificent Bobby in the background who's taken unsanctioned leave without the requisite 28 days notice and will possibly be sacked in the morning.
Yeah. I've got nothing to offer you, mate. I really don't. I apologise. I'm just gobsmacked to this. 63 minutes gone and we're 4-0 down to West Brom.
I didn't see this coming at all. I did not see this coming at all. It could be more, and they've scored 6 tonight, 2 disallowed.
Yeah, did you not? Right, I'm not being one of them. But did you not see this coming at all? Because
no, I
didn't. I don't know.
What's he doing on the training pitch? I thought he's had a chance to actually speak to them and say, "Listen, this is my plan. This is my philosophy. I've now been with you for over a month. This is how we're going to play." But as I said in the previous game, we've played 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 3 at the back. They cannot get used to this. No one could. It's madness. Pick something. Stick with it.
Yeah. And it doesn't... I know we keep saying it, and you can't keep using this as an excuse, but... Sam Johnston, brilliant.
Superb positioning.
Yeah, because Ollie Burt, we know how quick he is. He'd have been straight onto that and probably missed it.
I am eternally optimistic. I am eternally optimistic. And Nick's speaking the sense, and I'm speaking the nonsense. That's usually the case. Nick, I think, is the voice of the fans.
I'm speaking the heart. I'm speaking from the heart.
He's a man of the people. He's a man of the people. I mean, I don't even know how much a banana costs. We're on.
Yeah.
So there's Arrested Development joke. We're on 64-46. If you want to get level with us, I don't know why you would. I would turn the telly off and just stick with us. And also, I would, if I were you, do a super chat for £10.
Yeah, can £100? Did we say £100?
£100 would be wonderful. God, it would actually cover our costs for what we're planning to do for the next 2 games.
He'd gone. Ollie Burke had gone and he stopped. Sander Berger stopped from playing that ball. Why? Why do we not just play that ball? Why do we not see that pass and play it?
But this is the same team. Why can I not get my head around? This is the same players that finished 9th in the Premier League and were so quick and dynamic and their movement was fantastic. And here we're seeing Norwood just gift the ball away. It's the same Ollie Norwood that was from his debut onwards pulling the strings for Sheffield United. These are different players.
They are. So who from the first 3 games, who's come out of this looking good?
Egan's all right. I mean, I don't think I even blame him for anything today. Jackie Longcrow's not been fantastic this game, but even he was good in the previous match. Basham has not looked like Basham. It wasn't great against Carlisle.
Do you not think Basham's played well in the games he's played?
I didn't think he looked good against Carlisle.
Fair enough. I didn't see that one.
Otherwise, he's looked fine. Maybe he just thought, I'm Chris Basham now. I need to put in a full shift for Carlisle. We'll win anyway. And here's a chance after poor play from the Blades at the back. Can we sort this out comfortably? John Egan will play that pass, the right pass. And we do look slightly just devoid of ideas. Like, where are we going to play this ball? Because we know in the old days, with the system we had, we knew where it would go.
Here we go. Confidence. Come on now, Bert. Come on. This is your chance. This is your chance. No.
Where's he going?
You've run it out.
Oh, man. If that wasn't so bloody obvious that he was just going to run into trouble, that was absolutely pathetic.
The thing is, though, he thought, I've got the pace on Bartley. And Bartley matched him for pace there and just did so well just to usher him out of play.
And also, Bartley knows.
That needs to go on his highlight reel, that Hal.
Bartley knows he's right-footed. So just keep him from cutting inside, which he did. Yeah. Superb jockeying. That's it.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Yeah, it's a good point there. If you're not improving, you're getting worse. Look at that.
Barrett Alexander.
I was thinking, are you going to try and squeeze that all in? They're as bad as the Burnley fans that do Burnley.
I'm a bit confused there because I looked at it, I think, is it Alexander Barrett or is it Barrett Alexander? I know it's...
It's a great
just got
name,
a
I
bit
know
confused.
that. Oh,
that's
good
a
pass
good ball.
forward from
Knock.
Sanderberger. It's
Pass
Ollie
it
McBurney.
in.
Oh, it's not the pass.
Oh, he's got it. Oh.
I think he just gave him too much to do, and the keeper there was always going to block that. It's 67-46, and Chris Basham will play that ball back to Verrips, who's had a tough time. Thank you, Jack.
Time from a word from our sponsor, Hal. He's said it.
We are sponsored by Manscaped. Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring the channel. They allow us to keep doing these watch-alongs. Use the code TSUW for 20% off and free shipping.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Crossed in. Not a bad one. A little bit close to the keeper after I said that. Interesting question here, Nick. Thoughts on Zanderberge from Nuds?
I think Sanderberger has had, since that Birmingham game, a really poor time. And I think someone who he is, he really needs to step up and show us why he's worth 20-odd, 30-odd million, because he's not going anywhere how he's playing right now. In a bad way.
Nick, as always, speaking the truth. Who plays on Saturday in goal, Nick?
I'll play it now if they want me. I really don't mind. I really don't. I kept a few clean sheets when I were under 8s until I got moved to centre back. So I've been there and done it.
The main man, Matt Hayes, always comes for the drama. Sees that we're losing 4-0 and he pops. Here's a chance for Robinson to get his shot away. Instead, he'll decide to do a lovely pass out to Townsend. Puts it right across the face. That should have been 5. Furlong met it at the far post and he skies it over the bar. Just as we approach the 70th minute, it is absolute kamikaze defending. It's schoolboy's own stuff and not in a good way. Really messy. Just the 50-50s, the slide tackles, the putting the foot in. Keeper could have come.
Ball,
it's a great. I think it's just too far in front for Verrips and also just annoyingly, agonizingly out of the reach of any of our defenders. A great ball across. You're absolutely right.
Also, Matt, when was the last time Sheffield United lost 4-0 away from home?
Oh, you're asking that because he's a spud. Honestly, Hal, I saw it was 3-0 and popped in. You're a disgrace, Matt. I read you like a book, and not a very good book either. Not Bravo 2-0 by Andy McNabb, which actually improves with every read.
Oh, we've got a Twitch chat. Way!
Swap to Twitch because I was bored. Chris, you are the Twitch viewer. If you would like to join us in Twitch, that would be wonderful. Gillingham, absolutely.
Gillingham
by 4.
Yeah, we did. It wasn't Tottenham though last season.
Was it 3 at Tottenham?
I thought it was 4 at Tottenham, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I don't know. I can't. I've written that season off in my memory.
It was 4. 3 from Bale, 1 from Son.
That's right.
That is why I mentioned it. To be fair.
Yeah.
That's a good ball.
Get that ball knocked past. Oh, he's done all right there, the industrious Ben Osborne. And we have won a corner on the 71st minute. Clark getting that foot in. If he hadn't, Ben Osborne was going to nick it past him and then do a Pele. Now we're going to see Luke Freeman, not Freezy. I think this was a game personally not suited to Ollie Norwood. I said that before the game because I thought the midfield was going to be bypassed. And surprise, surprise, he's not had his game today. Zanderberge is replaced on 72 by Luke Freezy Freeman.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have took Sanderberger off. But maybe he's thinking 4-0 down. We've lost this game. Let's just give him a rest. Mabes.
Corner comes in. It's not a bad one either. Ollie McBurney wins it, and it's a great header with a wonderful save from Johnson. That is good football for the first time from Sheffield United this second half. That was what you can do on the training ground. You can work on set pieces. Looked like we did there. Ollie McBurney pal wins it, and then it's John Egan. Who else? Mr. Reliable. Putting a great header. Really did everything right, John Egan. And it was just a good save.
Yeah, just weren't far enough in the corner, but it was a good header. But do you know what? Like you say, working on that at the training ground, that was a lot better because West Brom have got so many more bigger blokes than we have in the box. So you can't keep putting it on that penalty spot and expecting us to win it because we're just not that team. We're not a big enough team anymore. So we need to be having kind of like, we need to be having kind of.
Oh, Blades! There's Blades on the screen. Do we recognise anyone? I feel like I know no one.
No, I didn't see anyone.
I don't know any Sheffield United fans. But the big news, Nick, I'm getting to meet you on Saturday for the first time in a year's worth of working with you. The very first video we did together that was released on the channel was a Dundee United Watchalong on the 25th of August. They're in good spirits, though, those Blades that we don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to know what they're singing because I won't be singing any of these players' names. And Egan hasn't got a song, has he? So
Egan deserves his name being sung. Oh, it's a terrible back pass, giving Verrips so much to do. They've not helped him out there at all. He actually did really well, the keeper. Got a good, strong kick on it. He clearly is good in the floor department. It might be the hands that he needs to work on.
Oh, God's sake. Well done, Freezy.
Freezy does superbly and said, I'm not giving this ball up. George Baldock, I'm not sure that's the pass, George. I think that was a little bit telegraphed as well. It's just over the top, but not the one for me. If you have just joined us, Verrips is in goal and the man has hands.
He does. He's got very long fingers.
I think they are singing Let's Pretend We Scored a Goal. I loved doing that. I did that a few times at a few away games in the old days. Preston away, I remember we getting hammered 3-0 and we were singing We're Not Leaving Till We Score. That was a night game as well. We really did want to leave. It was very, very cold. And there was a massive crash as well on the drive back and they were stuck in the car for hours. Absolute hours.
That's it. Do you know people who've gone to West Brom tonight? I hate it. I know West Brom. I know the Birmingham area, the West Midlands isn't too far away, but I hate that feeling of getting beaten comfortably and then having to come home all the way to Sheffield. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah, I had a brick thrown at me at West Brom away. Good times.
Yeah, you probably deserved it, to be fair.
I'm quite mouthy. Yes, that's true. So you're not missing anything. It's a free kick to West Bromwich Albion on 75 minutes. We're exactly on 74-13. I was trying to explain to my 6-year-old nephew how when you're on 74, you're in the 75th minute because you can't have 0 minutes in the first minute. It's like his little mind just exploded.
Yeah, that's difficult for a young lad to understand. Do they know the offside rule yet?
Theo does, yeah. Rafe hasn't got a clue, but Theo is possibly, football-wise, one of the most intelligent football fans I've ever spoken to. He does mix it up, though. He calls Sheffield United "we" when we're winning, and he calls Man United "we" when they're winning.
Oh God, I couldn't deal with that. Can we deal with this throw-in right now?
It's another throw-in. It's at the same position as West Brom scored from. It's going to be Paul Furlong with the magic towel again. Don't know what's in that towel. Gold juice. And he's going to try and get that long run up. Now, my nephews would have found that very funny. I'm just used to a different audience. Everything I say, they think is a stitch. They call me a funkle as well.
Is that for a different reason?
So I'm a fun uncle.
Oh,
all right, here it is. It comes in 75-21. It's another really long one. He's good at them. Oh, it's not again. It's a brilliant save on this occasion. It was one at the near post. Verrips was alert to it. He was alert to it. He was wise to it, Nick, because he'd learned his lesson. That's why it's a brilliant save. It's going to come back in from Matt Phillips. Actually, no, he decides to lay it off, and then it'll come back in. Chip forward, looking for Carl Bartley. Drops in a nice way to the Blades, and they can get it clear through Ben Osborne, who gives his teammate quite a difficult pass. And
what are we doing?
Still under the cosh there, and it's a goal kick after that ball rolls out.
Yeah. Was it really a brilliant save? Should he be doing stuff like that?
Okay, yes, it's obviously his job. He should absolutely be doing things like that. But he's done all right. He's come out there. Okay, he's on his line, which I don't always like when there's a throw-in.
I prefer him to be on his bloody line than what he did last time.
Yes, but if he's imposing and he comes... Oh, actually, he closes his eyes there.
Oh, I can't watch this anymore, mate. Can we put ourselves through this for another season?
Jack, you are throwing all the money at us. You're
Jack,
wonderful. Maybe this had to happen. Maybe it did have to happen. You know, sometimes you need to hit rock bottom before you can get back on top. Do you know who said that?
Jesus.
Jake Livermore, the captain, goes off. Semi Ajayi. For some reason, they felt like they need more defenders on. Jake Livermore hasn't seen a great deal of the ball because it's been a game bypassed in the midfield. Ishmael was someone we spoke about on our fans forum as being a potential Sheffield United manager. And whilst the football ain't pretty, because it's all about long ball and set pieces, it clearly gets results, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? I bet Bogle. Oh my God! Just as I would talk about Bogle, George Baldock loses the ball.
Here's a chance on the edge of the box for West Brom. It's played out. It's superbly. This is a cross in. Any touch and it's in. And it's not. It's gone straight across the face. And Callum Robinson couldn't get his goal again. As Furlong puts the thumbs up, Callum puts the thumbs up. I think Callum's enjoying his time at West Brom. He'll not regret that move at all.
Oh, no, definitely not. No, not at all. He is offside, let's be honest. And the linesman's saying that's onside. He's obviously got his head up his backside. So that was
He's reading comics.
Offside.
So is this the worst start for a Sheffield United manager? Statsman Adam, give us some stats on that. Because even David Weir won his first game. Brian Robson, I think, got a draw first game. So help me out, Statsman Adam. Is this the worst start? Maybe Adrian Heath?
Last season.
But that wasn't a new manager. That's what I mean. So in his first games, is this the worst? I need someone to help me out that can look that up while I'm doing the talky bits.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad. It's not good football either, though, is it? It's not like, we're just missing out on like a draw or something. We're getting unlucky. We're not getting unlucky. We're playing shockingly.
I feel for you. Got to do a match reaction. You always do it. So, yeah, that's not quite the resounding answer I was looking for, Adam. It's up there. That means you haven't had time to look it up. Yeah, I'm not sure. If anyone does know, I think Robson got a draw in his first game. Gillingham at home, maybe. Am I wrong? Who can remember these things?
Who knows?
Of course, 1 point from 3 matches with Wilder. Yeah, it's a good point. Wilder did not start well. Didn't we actually lose our first 4 games under Wilder, actually?
I think we did, actually, didn't we?
This is all... Maybe it was 1 point from 4. I'm struggling to remember. Time.
I remember the first game that we won, Oxford at home. James Wilson and Billy Sharp scoring the goals. I remember that.
James Wilson. Not
James
that one.
Wilson, defender.
The defender, yeah. I thought he always put in a good shift. But that was League One. And
it's away! Sam
Johnston.
Sam Johnston.
This keeper is outrageous. He's playing the sweeper keeper role, which we know Ishmael likes to do. He did the same at Barnsley. But he is playing it superbly. He's so far off his line. You cannot get a ball over the top. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to match them up. David Morwood, you've been a supporter of the channel for a while, but now you're going to have regular payments coming out of your bank. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Really
You've become a member. We've taken a few members today.
We have.
Thank you.
It's been brilliant.
Really appreciate that. Genuinely is how we keep the channel going, and we don't have many, so we really appreciate it. This has been a really difficult watch. The worst watch I think we've ever done for a watch-along, because it's a game I actually expected us to get a draw from at worst.
I don't know. I think I expected us to lose, in all honesty, but we've got a free kick. Woo! We've got some.
All right, so we still need the stat on who's the very, very worst ever Sheffield United manager in their initial tenure.
Well, it's got it. Jukanovic is up there, isn't he? Let's be honest. You can't get worse than 3 defeats.
Carlisle game, does that?
We got a point again. I'm losing the plot here.
Yeah, we drew with Swansea.
I just feel like we've been shocking. We've been shocking in the first 3, really, haven't we?
So he's level with Wilder.
Yeah.
After 3, and we'll see what happens after 4. And then he needs to stop at an offie. He needs to stop at an offie. Stop at the offie on the way back. Billy, go and get the beers in. I think that's why Wilder worked, because he was so great with people. I don't think Slav is necessarily as charismatic. Anyone who's seen his interviews will say that. But Wilder would have had a proper man-to-man chat with them. And Billy, get the beers in. Just wipe the slate clean. Forget about what's just happened. Let's put it right. And obviously they did for 3 years after that.
Yeah, 100 points as well, weren't it? 100-point season, that season when we did that. So do it again. Get the beers in, Bill.
We can do it again, yes. Here we go. Sheffield United free kick on this right-hand side. I've done the least commentary I've ever done for a watch-along. It's going to be Ollie Norwood, I'm sure, to take this one as we approach the final 8 minutes of the game. I think there'll be too much time added on. Ollie Norwood with that right foot. Decent ball in as well, and it's won by Ollie McBurney, pal, but it is over. And, I think given this time again, Ollie McBurney does not join Sheffield United.
No, and we don't buy him.
I think both those things happen. But Ollie, even if it was less money, I think he just enjoyed himself more at Swansea.
Yeah, I think he's not having a good time, is there? There's a lot of players that aren't having a good time.
I don't think anyone enjoys playing up front for Sheffield United. I don't think it's fun. I think even though the game of football is fun, I think playing up front for Sheffield United, no matter the money, would not be fun.
When was the last time that it was fun? Was it? I don't even think it was the Premier League first season, because we didn't create too many chances, did we?
No, I think it was a little.
We just took them.
was a little bit fun. We scored 1 goal a game and we just kept clean sheets. It was fun the previous season and the season before. You know, when we went to Leeds, you remember like David Brooks like scoring that goal? And we were just bombing forward and you always felt like we had a chance to score. I thought playing up front then, for again, a very similar set of lads, was fun.
Yeah, but mate, it's not fun for us to watch, is it, as well? Because we want to see fast attacking football. And we have like 2 fast players in the whole squad. And it's embarrassing, really. Go on, Ben Osborne's made a run now. Play that, George.
Oh, not a bad ball. No, it's not a bad ball. But of course, Sam Johnston is always alive to it. And this is the most we've been gifted tonight. Thank you very much, Joseph. You are a legend. I told you last season, lads.
Thank you.
We'll be sad together. I'm not going anywhere. Well, neither are we. No matter how many upstart channels try and do something similar. It's $13.75. You're very kind. Thank you. It really has made our night, all of these contributions. Because I'll be honest, Nick, we haven't had many super chats in the last few.
No, we haven't. And Bash just made a right mistake there.
And here's a chance for Phillips, the former Blade, low knee. Oh, he's done all right. Tries to get past one, but he can't get past the second. And United can clear comfortably with gorgeous George Baldock. He'll find Luke Freezy Freeman. Oh, he shows them the skill. Connor Townsend, see you later. Can I help you with anything? No, I'm just browsing. Oh, and then the pass is poor and gave Ollie Burke no chance, but does work out that he gets the free kick. I've been wanting to use that line for absolutely ages.
What was the line?
Can I help you with anything? No, just browsing and then straight past someone.
All right, okay. Very good, very good. Sorry, mate. I went with it at all.
Tell you what, Yorkshire Pod, that might have looked good when you copied and pasted it, but it hasn't really worked. It's that draw with... Do you know what? I can't work that out.
That's Chris Wilder's first few games, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Chrissy Wilder's games. Yeah, this is the start. You know what? That's a good. Hadley, you've made a really good point. Right, ball, free kick, played in. Oh, it's right next to the area. This is a chance. This is the goal. Basham plays it to McBurney. Oh, and we've gone backwards. We're on 80.
It's all right. We're still going. 30. Fleck, the industrial Fleck. It's just dead air now.
It's just dead because we had a chance in the box. We managed to go all the way back to almost our own half. Yes, there we go. We're on halfway.
Not yet.
We're keeping possession, but we could not have gone further away from the goal. Now that ball in, he's clearly offside there, Ollie Burke, and he's left it so that hopefully
we're fine.
Gorgeous George can recycle it, which he does.
Oh, that's
not the header.
Well done, guys. Ollie McBurney just about to bring it down, and then Ollie Burke heads it to one of their players.
And I think that goal from Ollie McBurney would have been so good it would have counted for 4. So that really was the wrong header, Gromit.
Who cares anymore?
I still care.
No, I'm saying game's over.
It is, yeah.
It's just embarrassing.
It is. This is West Bromwich Albion, a team that should be at best level with Sheffield United in terms of size and achievement.
Yep, abso-flipping-lutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Do you know what,
Matthew C. Go on, Nick. I'll read that out in a second.
What do you need from a midfield? You need a big, strong lad that's going to get stuck in. You need someone who's going to use the ball well. You need someone little and quick and nippy. And we've not got any of them. None of them.
We should, in theory, have all those things. We've got the characters around those you've just described.
No.
Basham does pretty well there. So this is the point from Matthew. What worries me most is Mr. Consistence. And he's absolutely right. Have been terrible tonight. Baldock and Basham look out of sorts. It is the Mr. Consistence, your Mr. Reliables. Those that you normally rely on have not been performing for some time now. I look at Ollie Norwood. I look at George Baldock. I know it sounds a bit harsh. I look at John Fleck. I look at Ender Stevens. I'm not blaming him tonight because he's not playing. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's shocking. And we've not even got those that, like you've just said about those being consistent, but we do have captains on the pitch. We do have leaders, and they're not showing themselves to be leaders right now.
No,
none of them are, other than maybe Egan.
Here's a chance for West Brom to try and rub salt into wounds, but that ball not put it back across the face. Instead, it's miscontrolled, and Verips will get the ball back from the West Brom fans. No point them playing ball tennis and keeping that ball. West Brom want to celebrate this. A big win for West Brom. I have been to West Brom and seen us lose 3-1, which was a tough one. I've also been to West Brom and seen us win 1-0. Carlos Sabra in the last minute. I've seen us win by 2 goals when Michael Tongue and Ashley Ward, I think it was, scored. I've seen different events at West Brom over the years.
You've seen everything. You are old.
Thank you very much, Nick. Do you want to do that name for me? Thank you. After that comment,
I'm sure we've done this before. I'll let you have a.
Oh, really? You're going to insult me for being born when I can't? You can't help when you're born. Lyndon. I'm going with Lyndon O'Daly.
Lyndon O'Daly. Well done. Done.
Thank you,
well done.
Lyndon. LD to me and you. You are a superstar. Thank you. We've had so many new members today. Super chats have been brilliant. It's been really, really helpful. It just contributes to the channel. We are also sponsored by Manscaped for this. You can use the promo code TSUW if you want to buy something for your dad to shave his pubes. 20% off and free shipping.
Come on.
You can buy it for any fella in your life.
You can't use the P word. You're not allowed to use the P word.
Buy it for any man in your life. You know the rule. Once you pass 9 o'clock, you can.
Oh, you've done me here. You've massively done me, mate.
Support the channel. Do use that. Whatever you do, don't go on there and don't use that code if you buy something. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. TSUW, guys, the Sheffield United way. Use the code at the checkout to get 20% off. Make us happier. Make us really happy, please. Yeah, and you get a really good product with it too.
You do. Buy something for yourself or a gift for someone else. And remember, the tree stands taller when you trim the bush.
Exactamundo, Hal.
That's going to be a goal kick, is it? No, it's a corner. Oh, what? They have played really well, West Brom. They've absolutely done us like kippers. And
do you know what? We haven't said that, have we, in this game? We haven't said that West Brom's played well, and they have. They've been the miles better team than us. And,
West Brom fans leaving, they're a disgrace.
Yeah.
You've got to clap them off after this. If this is the Blades putting a 4-0 performance in at Bramall Lane, I wouldn't want to see anyone leaving to get home early and avoid the traffic. Sit in the traffic after you've clapped the lads off after this.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Especially how long we've been without football.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I was so disappointed to see some of the attendances in the league. Oh, it's another really dangerous one. That should have been really messy. No one wanted that.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. Do you know who didn't want it the most? Michael Verrips. He just stood there like, no, I don't want to he stood behind goal line, mate. What?
This is a good point, Oliver. Luke Freeman has looked through. I think, honestly, Verrips is shell-shocked.
Yeah.
Michael Brown.
Yeah, he is.
Hal, did you say last season after Chris Wilder left that whoever replaces him as manager has a problem because they've replaced Chris Wilder, who's 100% played and loved by the supporters? I did say that. I think whoever had to come in afterwards would have it difficult. Also, he's built a system, his system, and it only worked his way. It was a unique system which we created. You don't really get overlapping centre-backs going further forward than really high forward wing-backs, but we created that, and the players were bought to suit that system, and now it's trying to fit square pegs in round holes with different systems. I can't repeat enough how whatever system it is, I don't care what it is, Slav, just stick with it.
The thing is, if Slav would have been managing the Blades early, because he was given the job, and then it felt like about a month before he was actually in with the players, and he should have been there straight away, managing them, and also bringing in players straight away to suit his system. And we haven't played that ball through. That's the
it's just
that was
slightly
so
ahead.
close.
A ball
Fair
through.
enough, though. That was a good ball. That
to Ollie Burke, because he was looking to run through, but just couldn't quite get it there ahead of Connor Townsend, who nicked it away and puts it out. The West Brom fans that have remained have applauded their club. They've really played well. It's only right that we do credit where credit's due. Well, look at the fans, the West Brom fans there. Not a looker amongst them. We're on 91-20, 4-0 to the Baggies. They are going to be boinging tonight. They have played well. I think they will, Nick, be in the shake-up at the end of the season.
Oh, definitely. 100%. Especially this is going to give them some right for the rest of the season now, because they are beating a promotion rival that we were at the start of the season 4-0 at home early in the season. They're going to be buzzing off this game.
How is Warnock viewed at United? Reggie, he's viewed by a lot of Blades very well, very highly. Some Blades don't like him, but I do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it don't really matter anymore, does it?
He's an odd Sheffield United fan, I'd say, Neil Warnock. He's a Blade when it suits him. But in terms of as a manager, I think he was very good.
Exactly that.
Right, we're on 92-11. It's a free kick to Sheffield United on the right-hand side. Again, who else? Ollie Norwood will take it. It's not good.
What an embarrassment.
Doesn't beat
like what's John Fleck doing a little dance before the ball gets put in? Who thinks that Fleck is taking that what's the point? He might as well be on edge of box.
You said it in the last game.
Fleck, just get off at pitch. What is that?
If we get enough players off the pitch,
him.
if we get enough players off the pitch, it'll be abandoned and we'll only lose 3-0.
Very good point.
That's what we need to do. Right, I'll tell you a quick story because Joseph in there said, can we get more of Hal's netball stories? I don't have a netball story, but I did think of this earlier. I went for a job interview at a radio station and I really needed the bathroom. Just a quick wee because I was nervous. And I arrived there with 1 minute before my interview. I was like, please, can I use the toilet just before my interview? I said to the receptionist, where's the toilet? She directed me to the back. I got to the back. There was just one toilet and it had a women's toilet sign on the door. So obviously that wasn't the gents. She directed me to the women's. I had 1 minute. I was like, I'm just going to risk it. I went in and there was no one in there, but it absolutely stank. I mean, it was horrendous. I went in, I quickly used the toilet. As I came out, this woman came in and I was like, it's not me. And I'm lost. And I ran out and I sat and waited for my job interview. And who was it that interviewed me? That woman. It was that woman. Way. She never mentioned it. Right? But we both knew that, it was in the air, so to speak. I didn't get the job.
This sounds like a scene from Peep Show or something like that.
That really happened to me. I can't tell you the station. Oh, maybe I can. It doesn't really matter. I didn't get the job. But
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's it. It's full time. It's full time. Get that graphic on, mate, and I'll get that off the screen.
Yeah.
It's quicker with Bobby, isn't it?
It is quicker. There we go. Full time, ladies and gents. Do you know what, mate? I'll tell you what. 400 people in this stream right now over all social media platforms, and you see more people in the stream when we're losing. And Arsenal Fan TV get it all the time. Oh, you want them to lose because you get better ratings, and do you know what? Sometimes you do, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be people wanting to see us be annoyed. It should be celebrating with us. I just hate it.
Before we go, Lily and Rahman have said, who's the top two? Who's your prediction for top two this season, Nick?
I reckon Sheffield United and Luton. Luton second, Sheffield United top, 100%.
Big game, that Luton away game. More blades, we don't know.
Yeah, the guy on the right has been literally on this the whole way through.
He's seen more of the ball than Burke.
Oh, he weren't very happy then.
No, he wasn't. That's why they cut away.
Yeah.
Thank you, all of you that do. Now, what did you think of that comment from David? Berge was great.
Oh, David, come on, man. That's got to be a joke, surely. No, he wasn't at all. He played a few nice little through balls, but he's just getting bullied. He's just getting bullied in every game that he's playing, to be fair. And when you're worth that much, and he's worth more than 20 million to us, because we need him to step up to get us promoted, and he's not doing it right now. So
more blades, I don't know. I would say please like the video if you haven't already. Do you know him?
Yeah, that's Flat Cap Jimmy.
Oh yeah, Jimmy. Jack, thank you again. You've been tremendous. Thanks, lads. I'm off to shave my undercarriage. Well, if you do go and get any, whatever you do, don't use the cheap stuff. Get the good stuff, all right? Because you can't mess about. You've only got one crown jewels, so take care of it. Oh, that should be their slogan.
It should be exactly. And
although I don't know if they say that in America, the crown jewels. Anyway, for the best Sheffield United fan created content, I usually say caveat that with from Nick and Hal, but I'm just going to say it. For the best Sheffield United fan created content, do please subscribe to the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel. Help us get to 14K. We've got podcasts with former and current players, some massive players coming up, 2 in the can that are big. Fans forums, these watch-alongs. It is free. It's free now and it'll always be free.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, mate, let's leave it there. I've had enough. You're definitely more of a professional. You could tell that Hal works in, he's a presenter by trade, because I'm here just absolutely distraught. And I don't like talking. I don't like talking when we've just got beaten like that.
Yeah, when you messaged me out of the blue, you really dropped lucky, didn't you?
Definitely, yeah.
I'm going to be watching Nick's match reaction. Please do support him and watch that because it's going to be a real tough one for him. But we appreciate all your comments. Thank you for supporting the stream. And Nick, if you're all set, I will do the traditional goodbye.
Yeah, all good to go.
Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.